Okay, boys, thank you for being patient. The score is 1-0 for Jaeyoon, and we are going directly to the game number 2. Let's hope it will be better. It's very important for me because I wanted to increase the stream quality compared to BSL 4, and I messed up something probably with the settings.
Yeah, if it's lagging, it's probably bitrate. I'm not an expert streamer. I don't know. I don't have really any suggestions other than the bitrate.
Yeah, so I lowered the bitrate and also like change the encoder.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's try. Let's hope it will be better, boys.
Yep.
We are going to game number 2.
Yeah, so we've got Roadkill. What do you think of this map for Zerg?
I don't really know that map very well. I need to like look at it. Let me just. I will just update the score and. So this is a map from with the low ground expansion, with the low ground main and high ground expansion, and from my perspective, when I see this kind of map, I think it's pretty hard to defend the third base for a Zerg, but there is so many bases. Like third bases locations, like in the every corner, and in this scenario in 12 and 6 o'clock, that you can try to surprise Terran. But if Terran have pretty good scouting, I think it's a little bit harder to defend your third expansion. You can do it only with 2 lurkers, for example, because there is this high ground thing where the Marines can just run by and try to be splitted, and it's very hard to kill them. And this is what I like general think. This is my first. These are my first thoughts, but maybe do you know it from Terran perspective? It's good for Terran.
So I agree with what you said. I think this is a fine map for Terran. I think specifically versus Jaehyun, I don't think I really like this map for Terran because I was talking. Okay, well, first off, let's say we have Jaehyun going for 9 pool speed, so let's just point that out. But Jaehyun last game, I was talking about how he likes to, or he has this build where he puts his third hatch on location. And like you said, there's so many bases that Zerg could take. Jaehyun, I would have expected him to do that build here, actually put his third base on location to top right and then go lurkers. You were mentioning you can defend it even with 2 lurkers. That's what I was expecting, but now we have something completely different. It's a 9 pool, and lucky for Terror, again, he's walling off. Maps like this where you can wall off, I really, really like it.
Yeah, because he's using the advantage which he's giving using the opportunity which the map is giving to him. And now if I think the cross position is also helping him, because Lynx will take a little bit more time to come into this direction, and he will scout the Lynx in a perfect position, so he should be prepared for that kind of rush. And he immediately started the supply depot, so it should be done when the Lynx will come, so he will be able to repair it.
Yeah, he'll be able to repair it easily. He sees the Lings coming out immediately. So that's it. Everything's going perfect for Terry. And on top of it, he's got the wall. So after he builds 2 Marines, he'll be able to just power so hard. And it's going to be difficult for Jaehyun to scout this. The Lings, even if they collapse onto the depot, they won't necessarily. Oh my gosh, Jaehyun's even going in the wrong direction. But even if the Lings got on top of the depot, I'm not sure if they would even see the command center. And he doesn't have any vision of the main. Terror could be following up with something like the 5 Fat Goliath build. Jaehyun's completely in the dark here.
Yeah, he don't know what he's playing against, because right now it's very good opening for Terror, because he will have definitely much better economy, but Jaehyun might be afraid that the Vulture will come out in few seconds.
Yeah, and I want to point out, Terror actually pulled 2 SCVs, and that's actually exactly what you need to do if you're going to have a low Marine count. Maybe not with 4 now, But if you see that middle depot, it's actually poking out a little bit. That means that 6 to 8 Lings can get a full surround on the depot, and they could have potentially busted this if there was nothing to repair. But he has enough Marines, he has an SCV pulled, so perfect defense from Terror. And see, we do actually have a fast gas from Terror, but it is a quick academy, so he's looking to punish this 9 pool really hard.
Yeah, and he's already adding the second barracks, so he should have a healthy amount of links, and the hatchery from Jaehyun will finish in a few seconds, and he's already layering, but he have to deal some damage to Terror because his economy will be definitely twice, maybe three times better than his own.
Yeah, and look at bottom left, Jaehyun. He's essentially doing what I said. It's a little different than, you know, straight up to 3 hatch. It's a 9 pull into hidden 3 hatch.
Yeah.
But I expect the lurkers to come down any minute now. And this base is not going to get scouted. This is an LZ Gamer base. This is in the last spot you would absolutely ever scout for Terran. And based on the last game, you know, this is perfect for Jaehyun because last game he also went 2-hatch lurker. So Terror might just be expecting, oh, it's another 2-hatch lurker build, but it's actually not.
Oh, look at, he's starting with the range for the Marines, not from a steam. So is it normal, or maybe this is, maybe he's really afraid of the lurkers and he wants to, oh, the first scan went down. Oh, and he saw Hydralis then. This is so smart from Jaehyun. He put Hydralis then over there, and I don't think he will go for the Hydras. He will probably go for the Mass Muta, right?
Well, we do see the Spire. I was actually expecting him to put lurkers at bottom left, but it's possible he could go Mutas. And I actually think the reason Terror went range first was he was in the dark completely. If mass range Hydras come and all you have is stim, the Hydras are going to outrange you and actually just kill you. And remember, Terror's only on 1 barracks here for a long time, so I think that was the reason for getting range first.
Yeah, he's adding steam right now. He didn't make +1 upgrade, so let's see what kind of upgrade he will start. If he will start with armor, he will be sure that this is lurkers.
Woo.
Oh, Hirmu is subscribing for 8 months in a row. Thank you so much, Mr. Hirmu. 8 months is a lot. It's two-thirds of a year. it's a lot of time. Thank you very much, Mr. Hirmu.
And look at these Lings are actually delaying the push quite a bit. Jaehyun has built his colonies, but he hasn't morphed them yet. And so he's able to power a little bit more than usual. Terror not moving across the map very quickly. But we do have the Lurker upgrade almost 50% done. And look, Jaehyun, he's got bottom left going. Oh, yeah. Man, potentially he could get back into this game. Obviously, the supplies are way in favor of Terror right now. But if this third base goes unscouted, this could be a good spot for Jaehyun.
Yeah, and he started with the armor upgrade for the Marines, so he will be badly surprised with the Mutas. Oh, and he's making lurker aspects, so it might be lurkers, as you said. So, yeah, maybe this is a smarter option.
I actually like Terror's follow-up after this. He's teching really fast into vessels. He's going for that probably 3-tank push that we used to see in the olden days. And remember, Jaehyun really committed in the early game. He went 9 full speed. He built 8 Lings too. And now he's got this hidden third base. All of that is going to delay his hive for a very long time. So I'm really liking this build from Terror. I'm expecting him to attack at around 10 minutes. We see the add-on going on for the factory. Yeah, and this is going to be very difficult for Jaehyun to stop.
Yeah, definitely his hive tech will be delayed very much, so definitely he will not have Defiler ready when the tanks will arrive in front of his natural. So let's I'm wondering, because I was thinking, oh, he's making Queen's Nest on the third, but because I was thinking, what is his plan to make this expansion? Maybe this is just a transition to the longer game with skipping Mutalisks. Maybe this is as easy as it is.
Yeah, exactly. I think he was just trying to get to the late game. And actually, I don't like this hive, this Queen's Nest position, because if Terror does a double scan and doesn't see anything, but he sees the hive morphing, well, then he knows for sure there's something out on the map. He probably thinks there's something out on the map anyways, because Jaehyun is playing way too defensive. He has so many Sunkens set up. It's like, why would you build so many Sunkens and be camping with lurkers? Like, Terror knows you're so far behind. It's got to be you've got to have hidden something because you're just playing too defensive right now.
Yeah, definitely, you are right, because if you are seeing Zerg playing 2 hatcheries, you expect him to be very aggressive and not be defensive, so there is something not going on, and as you said, this is the last location he will look for. He's checking every corner, but not this one.
Yeah, it's hidden in plain sight. It's so hard to find, and when you find it and see, like, you know, it's halfway mined out, or, you know, it has lurkers like it does now, it's like, oh my god, how did I even let that happen? And yeah, there's 2 lurkers here. There's no way that Terra can bust it right now, but he does have his vessels coming out. He does have his tanks coming out, and once those come out, bottom left could be killed easily, but at the same time, Terra could probably just push the main and win. A hive just popped. There's no Defiler Mound even out yet.
Yeah, and I don't see any units from Jaeyun to defend this drop. Oh, maybe he will intercept it with the Scourges. Oh, he needs to realize that. Oh, I think he does.
Oh, it's running around. Okay.
Oh, but 3 units, it's better than it. But there is nothing to defend these 3 units.
Yeah, that's true. He's actually got to send all of his lurkers that were out in the middle of the map just to defend these 3 units. But I'm worried because the Marine Cabal is actually getting huge. Actually, there was a lot of army of Terran in the Terran main, and now it's all just coming out. The 3 tanks are coming out. The vessel's done.
Oh, maybe he was afraid of a drop, right?
Yeah, like I said, usually, or like you said, usually Zerg's aggressive with this. And look, if we take off Jaeyun's vision, look at what Terra scouted. He hasn't found. Oh, now he scans bottom left. But what I was gonna say was he scouted the whole map and he didn't see anything. So yeah, he was probably expecting a drop, especially after last game. But now he sees bottom left and he's like, oh crap, I gotta go kill that.
And how long? The Defiler, the consumer upgrade is almost halfway done, so I don't think Jaeyun will be able to defend this base because the tanks are already in the position.
Yeah, the tanks are here. Consume's not done. There's just so much here. There's no support on the lurkers. First lurker's going down. Third base has been found. Oh, and the Defiler even got irradiated, and Consume is up only 70%. So this base will go down, and now Jaeyun will be left on 2 base, and the army of Terror is huge.
Yeah, his echo, his tech is really good because he had the second starport, and GG from Jaeyun. Pretty interesting game. And 1-1 overall score.
Oh man, Jaeyun needed maybe 20 seconds longer, and then he would have had his Dark Swarm, and potentially he could have saved bottom left, and it would have been 3 base first 2. But Terra's army was massive. I don't even know, even if he had held the third, how would he actually fight Terra's army? It was so big.
Yeah, it was like the only thing you could do is like look at the limit advantage, and then you can say that Terran have overall ground advantage. I think if Jaeyun would hold for like 1 or 2 minutes, maybe he would be able to do something with the filers, with the tech, and with 3 extractors. But for now on, we was able to see how much one drop with 2 marines and 1 firebat was able to do. He had no units overall.
Yeah.
And
just.
Yeah, I wanted to say that hello chat. We wasn't able to interact with you yesterday, but I'm really happy that you are here and you are writing. I am not able to answer to your thoughts on chat. Oh, Karolcia is here, so Karolcia will answer. Okay, can you take care of the chat? She said no, but it probably means yes. Oh, I had to show you the cake I got today. Because today we got men's day in Poland, and happy birthday. Oh no, best wishes to you. Happy birthday to all of you. Best wishes to all of you, and smacznego, good appetit, and yeah. What?
What kind of cake is that? That looks really good.
Yeah, this is Karolcia made cake. Maybe you can come and describe this cake. Yeah, this is like Bishkop, Brzoskwinie is peach?
Yeah, peach and whipped cream.
Yeah, some cream and wielkie kokosowe. The coconuts, like the smashed coconuts, like. let me just put on the translator. Yeah, this.
Coconut shrimps.
Looks really good.
Coconut shrimps. Yeah. Yeah, it looks good, and I already eat one bite, one piece of it, and and it's very good. So I will hold it on when I will have no power to stream. I will eat it more. So welcome, chat. Thank you for being here. I don't have time to pronounce all your nicknames, but I'm very happy that you're here. And we are going to the game number 3 with Jae-yoon and Terror, 1-1 score, and already very interesting matches. The first match, especially, his first match was so brilliant from Jae-yoon. Whoa, it was something. I will watch this game again later, probably.
Yeah, that game was nuts. I'm sure I was going all over the minimap trying to find everything. I'm pretty sure we still missed some stuff. Like, just absolutely insane game.
Yeah, that's true. We could cast it again and there would be something would surprise us probably. And boys, don't forget to be there on 10 p.m. because we will have some announcement for you. It will be exactly or around 10 p.m. Angry Povk just subscribed. Thank you very much, Mr. Angry Povk. I'm really appreciating that. Thank you for your support. I missed you, Zero. I miss you too, boys. I'm really happy that I'm back and I will be here for a while, probably 2019. Okay. So we are going to the game number 3 between Jae-yoon and Terror. The score is 1-1 and the map is Medusa.
Yeah.
Very good map. Very good map for ZVT from observer perspective.
Yeah, we saw the game yesterday with Tai2 versus Ultra. Tai2 having really, really good Ling Lurker movement, trying to draw Ultra out of position. But remember, Ultra had that absolutely amazing scan right when Tai2 was moving to the left side.
Oh, yeah.
And was responding appropriately. But unfortunately for Ultra, Tai2 just got too big. But, you know, this map fits Jae-yoon style. We've already seen Ling Lurker in all the games. And if I'm Terror, I would actually be really worried because Medusa, like we saw in the Tai2 game, you know, you can easily lose. But because Jae-yoon has shown Ling Lurker in all the games so far, I actually think Jae-yoon might go for Mutas this game.
Yeah, and if I wouldn't see this game, I would think that Jae-yoon is more of like a macro player, not like 2-hatch lurker player. So I think he can play a longer game very well. So he should feel pretty comfortable on this map when he will have like 3 expansions with good good drone saturation. We might see some good macro game, and good macro game is probably very often started by some Muta harassment, as you said.
Yeah, so I would really like a macro game this time. Like I said, Terror, he's probably worried about Ling Lurker on here. He may overbuild defense because you've got to defend essentially 2 different areas. And if you just macro really hard as Zerg and Terran over defends, Terran can just straight up lose just because they built an extra bunker or extra turrets or whatever. So that's what I would actually really like to see from Jae-yoon.
Let's see if he will be that defensive as Ultra was against Tai2, but Ultra got twice 9 pulled, so in the third game he just went for 1 base macro, and that what lost him. But we already see 12 hatch from Jae-yoon, and I'm watching at the extractor. He added 1 more drone, so he's a little bit more greedy. I like that.
Yeah, every drone counts in this matchup, so if you can ever sneak one out. But look at Terror. You can tell he's worried because we have a double scout, and we have a double scout on a 3-player map. It's not like he's got to scout 4 bases. So he's really worried about a 9-pull or some sort of aggression from Jae-yoon. So like I said, Terror already getting a little behind. Obviously, an extra SCV scout is not game ending, but this is kind of what I'm talking about.
So he will scout that this will be probably the normal opening from Jae-yoon, and he will probably go for like 20 cc or 18 cc. So we might see a first normal game between these 2 players.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be just a normal expand build. I see gas going down for Jae-yoon. It's about, I think, a 12 gas for him. but I don't see the third hatch. I'm curious, where's it going to be? I remember I've been talking about this. He likes to hide the third hatchery. This drone is still alive. It could be another LZ Gamer base. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence if he should do this build on here.
Especially that Terror is seeing that this extractor is much like delayed for a long time, so he knows that Jae-Yoon should have money for another hatchery somewhere.
Yeah, he knows it. And Terror's responding exactly how you should respond. He's putting down his second barracks. He knows that it's somewhere. He scouted the mineral only. It's not there. He knows that the drone survived, leaving his base. Yeah, I think if Jae-Yoon was going to build a third hatch, I definitely would have taken the mineral only and just gone for the macro, but it is going to be in the other main, and I already don't like this for Jae-Yoon.
Yeah, I don't know why he's risking so much. Maybe this is his style. Maybe he likes to hide hatcheries, as you said, but he got pretty good opening. He wasn't like rushed, so now it will all depend on if Terror will scout this expansion.
I want to point out, though, that even though I don't necessarily like this third base, when Jae-Yoon does this, you know it's going to be Ling Lurker. And remember, it's Medusa. If he kills those buildings, he's going to have 2 openings to attack from.
Oh yeah, that's
and
true.
Also, this base is all the way across on the other side of the map. Terra's going to have to send all his units there, and if Jae-Yoon just goes for some sort of like, okay, you can kill my third base, but I'm just going to go kill you, the unit count for Terror is going to be extremely low because all the units are going to be on the other side of the map.
Yeah, definitely. And then Terror will be forced to defend in 2 locations, and it will be not that easy to defend against Lurkers in 2 locations when you don't have a lot of irradiates and vessels. So, And yeah, we already have Hydra-Disc. Then he's like gathering resources for 200, and he will start the Lurker aspect. Yeah, he's just started that. I really like that Jae-Yoon is interrupting scouting from Terror, because now Terror will be forced to use scan to scout what is going on.
Yeah, and every scan is going to count because it is Lurkers again. And if we have a situation where he's out of scans, just like in the Ultra game, in that last fight versus Tai2, he's actually at 42 energy, and Tai2 just slammed every single unit. All the tanks went down. And yeah, look, Terror's moving out right now. This is pretty fast. So the big counterattack I was talking about won't happen yet. And if Terror can get to the bottom left, this third base is going to be instantly killed.
Yeah, definitely, and he's forced to make 2 Sankens, so this is pretty bad for his economy. He already have 2 drones in the 6 o'clock expansion, and it looks like Terror is not even suspecting that the expansion is over there, because he's not scouting, because it would be much easier to kill this expansion with these forces than maybe he wants to contain him because he expects Lurkers. Maybe that's why he's going on top of the to the natural location.
Oh, Terror's going in, but there's so many Sunkens here. I don't like this, and there's Lings behind. Yeah, this is going to get cleaned up. Actually, this was not a great move from Terror. Yeah, I don't know why he attacked bottom left. Usually when Jae-Yoon uses this build, he uses it on maps like Fighting Spirit, where you can actually put Lurkers on top of the ramp, because, you know, Marines coming in one at a time will just get annihilated. Really surprised Terror didn't attack bottom left. He knows it's somewhere out on the map for sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and he's not building factory. He just started factory, so from my perspective, is pretty late, isn't it?
No, the factory? Actually, the factory is pretty fast. The 620 factory, that's about a minute faster than a 5-racks. So the factory time, I actually like the factory time, but these comsats, now those are not on time. Those are about a minute late here.
So it will be like 2 scans less for Terror.
Yeah, his comsat just finished, so these are the only scans he has right now. He hasn't used any, of course. He still doesn't know about bottom left, and now I'm actually kind of worried for Terra because the Lurkers are out. And he was out on the map at 5 minutes. He could potentially have gotten it for sure.
And look at this Lurker. This Lurker came from this 1 o'clock position, and now Terror might think that the expansion is over there.
Yeah, he might think it's there, but it's actually not there. This one Lurker I actually liked a lot, because it's unlikely that Terror would actually be out in this position of the map. Why would he ever be there? And if this Lurker could just bust down those temples very slowly and Terror doesn't know, potentially Ling's Lurkers could just run in at any point.
Yeah, you don't have to research drop. You just can kill the temple, and you have the entrance from the back to your opponent main.
Yeah, exactly. But Terror, he's got his tech going. I'm kind of just clicking around looking for what Jaehyun's doing. And look, Terror's actually going armor build again. He's getting +1 armor every single game. It's smart. Taking one more shot from these lurkers. And I'm looking for the hive for... Okay, there's the Queen's Nest for Jaehyun. So it is another lurker rush into hive.
And I really like this lurker. He wants to force scan, I'm sure, because but Terror is saving the scans. He didn't scan at all in this game, right? So
Yeah,
he's having 4 scans, and he should be able to deal with any amount of lurkers right now. But I really like these lurkers from Jaehyun, because a lot of Terrans would buy it and would use a scan just to kill it, and this is what Jaehyun wants.
Yeah, one scan for one lurker, not really worth. You know, lurker isn't really even going to deal that much damage by itself. But I'm kind of worried for Terra because, like you said, no scans have gone down. Jaehyun could literally be doing anything he wanted right now. We don't know if it's a rush of a hive. You can probably assume it's a rush of a hive just because of Jaehyun's opener. But Terra's in the dark right now. Literally no scans have been used at all.
He's making 4 queens. Oh my god, what is this build?
Wait, what? He saw that game of Terra versus Larva. If you did not see this game, there was a game between Terra and Larva. It was like a show match type thing. And Larva was just trolling. He built queens and just broodlinged every single medic. And then he went and fought Terra's army. And the Terran army just got massacred because they couldn't heal.
So the broodlings killed the medic, and there was pure marines and firebat army, right?
Yeah. And actually, these queens are going to be coming out so fast that look at what Terra's doing. He's going for another tank vessel push. If he has an equal amount of queens, 2 tanks, he could just broodling all the tanks, and then the push is completely shut down.
This is brilliant, but oh my god, the dropship might scout it. Oh, okay, it's changed the direction of flying, but yeah, this is brilliant. And if like Jaehyun, if Terra will push in like 1 or 1.5 minutes, the queens should have energy. And as you said, if there will be 4 tanks, there will be no tanks left if he will broadlink it correctly.
Yeah, and a small engagement here. Both players just trading a little bit of their army, but a big drop coming in to Jaehyun's base. I'm looking. We don't have. There's nothing. There's no lurkers. There's no lings. We have 2 Scourge. That's it. So this drop is going to deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, there is nothing. There are some Scourges coming in. So if he will not start, oh, he's starting aloning very quickly. So I'm afraid of Jaehyun, because he's having only drones over here, and he built a drone in the natural, so there are no units from Jaehyun to defend it. His economy is really good, and he probably wanted to start producing units from now on, but there is no time for that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but Jaehyun was floating 1k. We have 0 units here, and now the Spire went down. Evolution Chamber's going down. Lurkers, I mean, Hydrogen's gonna go down. He's losing all of his key buildings, and if the spawning pool goes down, then he'll have absolutely no production.
Yeah, definitely. 2 lurkers are morphing into my base. Oh my god, even 3 overlords might be killed.
Oh my gosh, so much damage. And look, Terror, he is moving out with these tanks. I'm clicking the queens. They don't have the energy yet, but by the time Terror gets there, they will. This was such a sick strategy from Jaehyun, but unfortunately this drop is swinging it heavily in Terror's favor right now.
Oh my god, but Terror will be so badly surprised. There are 3 tanks actually, so he should be able to clear all the tanks, even if one of the queens will be irradiated.
Oh, he just scanned. He sees, I think he just saw the queens on the edge. So he sees them, but he's probably like, what is that for? I don't think he expects broodling at all, but look, they do have energy now.
Oh my god, this will be beautiful. I want to see that. I can't miss that.
Look, the tanks are out in the front. Yeah, here comes the queen. They're all gonna die. Oh!
Brilliant strategy. This is 11 minutes. First push is being killed by the queens. This is how you do it.
I have to admit, I have never seen this build specifically designed for this tank push. So this is absolutely crazy. Definitely gonna be avoiding the ladder, because I don't want people doing this to me. But yeah, absolutely sick game sense from Jaehyun. What a strategy! But now it's Terror. Look, he's floating a lot of money now and letting Jaehyun actually get back in the game. A bunch of macro hatches going down for him.
Yeah, and look at the supplies. They are extremely close to each other, and I think Jaehyun's position is pretty good. He have drones in the main. He's sending more of them. He's rebuilding his economy. He have all the tech he needs. The only thing he's missing are upgrades, but I think he have evolution chamber just to repair that. Oh, where are the locals?
Actually, none of those marine medics, none of that marine medic ball went down there, and the push is still strong. But the Filers are out. Actually, one of the queens still has energy for a broodlink. It's gonna pick off this tank even, I think.
This will be so annoying for Terran.
Here it comes. Oh my gosh. And those other queens have energy. Oh, they don't yet, but I really like to see him parasite the vessel, because that's such an important unit. If you have vision of it, you know, Terran doesn't want to leave it with their army, so it's kind of just a useless unit. So I really love to see Parasite come out when they get 75 energy. One of them almost has 75.
Yeah, definitely. This would be very smart, and yeah, one of them is already having... Oh, but he needs to defend the natural because all the forces of Terror are going in. There are 2 lurkers, but will it be enough? Because there is a lot of firebats.
Yeah, there's like 5 firebats here, and they can tank for days. Remember that this is +1 armor firebats, and there's no damage on the lurkers. This Jaehyun might have just powered a little too hard. Almost all the drones going down. Oh, the hive is up siege now too. Oh my gosh, I think Jaehyun may have just powered too hard.
Yeah, that was brilliant strategy out of him, but unfortunately for him, Terror just have excellent game sense. He understood that there are no lurkers over here and he can try to bust it, and he killed a lot of drone. This was definitely a worthy attack from Terran.
Yeah, but Jaehyun has stopped the attack for now. He's floating 2k, really needs to build something. Yeah, okay, there's Ultras Cavern. I was just about to say, he needs to build just build pure Ultras, dude. Like, they can at least buy you some time. He's got his 3rd base already running for so long, and now he's taking a 4th base. And Terror, I'm looking at his bases. Main is more than halfway mined out. He's actually pretty low on resources. So the longer this game goes, the more I like Jaehyun's spot.
Look at that, he's having 12 firebats in the natural expansion. He wants to fight lurkers under the swarms. He's not afraid. More barracks are... Yeah, because he's having so much money, he's adding more barracks. And he'll probably take this like 5 o'clock expansion.
Yeah, that looks like what he's doing. He's taking it right now. I'm actually so surprised Terror has not done anything to bottom left. Okay, there go the vessels to bottom left, but is he going to do an eraser? I would have expected a drop or something by now.
Did he even saw that expansion? Maybe after seeing that swarm he will suspect that something is going on.
Yeah, I actually think this is the first time he's actually realized there's anything bottom left, because we haven't seen any movement there. But actually Jaehyun's a little in trouble now. All those lurkers are going to get irradiated. And yeah, I'm looking to see if there's even any more lurkers. There's no other lurkers here. And look at this line of production from Terror. It's pretty big.
Yeah, and the links will not help a lot against these firebats.
Oh no. These firebats are just going to bust through easily. So this 4th base is going to die. Jaehyun's actually building his spire here. He may even get this potentially busted.
Oh yeah, there are 3 Ultra Discs, so this might help under the swarm. The firebats are really bad against Ultra Discs.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I was actually trying to find out why does Jaehyun have no lurkers. The Hydrogen was actually down the entire time. It just came up. That's why there's no lurkers here. But the Ultras are out. They are defending.
Yeah, this swarm will be done in few seconds, yeah. So, oh, slow lurkers, slow Ultra Discs. +1 Carapace will be done in a second. This is a very important upgrade because now Terran with 1-1 upgrades and 2-2 on the way. If there would be 2-2 against 0-0, the Zerg forces would just disappear.
Yeah, and the Ultra's armor just kicked in, so it's actually +3 armor. Ultras, so those are pretty beefy units. And Jaehyun's got his 4th base going, or it's at least surviving, but these Ultras are out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, why he's fighting with this force without swarm? Oh, he have the filer, so... But I think it will be just on time.
But there's so many vessels here, so they can just irradiate all of them, I think, and they're all gonna die. They're all pretty low now. Didn't really like that trade from Jae-Yun, and Terra now he's got his 4th base going. He's getting big. He's got like 10 barracks. This is when Terran gets scary, but at the same time, Jae-Yun looks like he's stabilized, and 4-base Zerg is also very scary.
Yeah, he is. If he will saturate this his 4th base and start to macro this ultras, he's already have pretty big amount of ultras. He's having a lot of gas. So if he will mine some more money and saturate this base, his situation will be very good, and terror will be mined out in the main base and in the natural very soon. So it's not a very bad situation for Jae-Yun considering how Limit looks like, and I think he still got pretty decent shot in it.
Yeah, and we've got a lurker drop at bottom middle, but I heard drop ships from Terror also. I think he's going to try and drop the main or bottom middle and then also attack bottom left at the same time. And then Jae-Yun's going to have to split his forces, and if he can snipe that Nidus, that's going to be... Oh, actually he's going to go into top left. There's nothing here again.
Yeah, there is only one Xernex and a lot of drones. The Defiler just came out, but there will be so many forces, well upgraded Marines and Medics army. Oh, he sent. Oh, the Queens already have energy for the Broodling.
Yeah, but look at this huge attack from the front from Terror. There's nothing here. No lurkers. No nothing.
Oh my god, this was a brilliant idea.
And now Terror voting up and just leaving, and the dropships are still alive.
Yeah, the Nidus is... Oh, there is no energy in this Defiler, so I think there will be no connection with the 4th and 3rd base from Jae-Yun, so he has to defend with what he has over here. Oh, the vessels will go down, Oh.
Yeah, but look at the supply from Terror. We got 170 to 70. I don't know if this is possible for Jae-Yun to kill. There's so much here from Terror. He has even more in his base.
The lurker drop on the 5 o'clock expansion, he killed 8 STVs. This is something. He's denying Terror from mining, and he's mined out in the main base in natural almost. But the supplies are terrible for the Zerg.
Terror's also dropping bottom middle. Terror's everywhere.
Oh yeah. There is action everywhere in this game.
Yeah, natural shutdown, bottom middle shutdown, mid was shut down for a long time. Now Jae-Yun's lost a Lurker Den. He's gonna lose his Defilers. All he has really is... Yes, GG from Jae-Yun.
GG from Jae-Yun, yeah. And 2-1 for Terror, and after brilliant Queen's strategy, Jae-Yun lost anyway, but it was very nice and very original strategy, and as you said, it will probably be much more often seen on ladder these next days.
Yeah, if you're a Terran, don't tank push. Let them build those queens and just be a waste. Don't go for that tank push, bro.
But then
you know what's coming.
But then they will parasite your vessels. Oh, and then Terran would research the resurrection spell for medics and repair the parasite, and there will be no usage for queens. So
yeah,
1-0 score for. So this is, if I'm correct, this is 3-3, right?
It's 4th. Is it? Okay, yeah, 3-3. I thought already a series went by because these games have been so long and so crazy. But yeah, 3-3.
So 3-3, and the next game will be TT1 versus La Abuela. TVP or PvP, we don't know. TT1 on our closed Discord channel for NA and SA said that he will play TVP against La Abuela. Let's see if he really did. So what is your prediction? TT1 is really good, but do you know La Abuela? Do you know this guy?
I don't know La Abuela at all, but you're right. TT1 is damn good. Like, he's beaten several pros. Specifically, he tells me whenever he beats Snow, and Snow is a god, so his Protoss versus Protoss is actually crazy. But I know he played Terran. His Terran's really good, but is it up to par with top SA players? I don't know.
Let's see, because there is a reason why Ultra take La Abuela and put it in this match, and let's see what he will bring. Because I played TT1, I even lost to TT1 PvZ in some kind of Red Clan Cup or some kind of tournament, best of one PvZ, and he played very stable. It was like very good game out of him. I later watched the replay, and everything was very like on point out of TT1. So I know that he's good, but I'm interested what Labuela will bring for us.
Yeah, I got no idea. And I'm looking at this map. This map actually looks pretty cool. It's reminding me of kind of like Crossing Fields / Grand Line
Yeah,
/ Ground Zero. It's really, really interesting.
yeah, it is, and I'm. Let's see what will be the matchup, and then we will think about what because we can see the map. So, are you ready? Can we start?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so game number 2, 3-3 score, 3 North America, 3 South America, and this is the 7th match of 10th. I will already. Oh, he is Terran, so he was not joking.
Yeah, so see the thing is with TT1 is every time I've seen him play Terran, he always does this either 2 or 3 base all-in style with like 6 to 10 factories. And if La Abuela knows that, I feel like he's probably just going to crush it. And based on what I just saw on the map, I think that there's a back expansion. That means Protoss is going to be able to 12 Nexus very easily. And if you're timing attacking into somebody that's already got their econ going crazy, that's not going to go well for you as a Terran player.
So TT1 knows only one strategy as a Terran, do you know?
Well, he doesn't know only one, but that's the one he uses all the time. So that's what I'm expecting to see is a very, very fast max from TT1, but it's not going to have upgrades, and he's just going to go and attack.
So I'm like revealing the entire map, and there is a huge entrance to the main base.
How did you do that? How did you reveal the map?
There are the shaking hands, and then reveal the entire map.
Oh, there it is. Wow. Okay. What are these Sunkens? Why are there Sunkens?
I'm wondering if you don't have to kill these Sunkens to like maybe kill this like trees or something.
I have no idea what these are for.
Maybe we have some kind of map creator over here.
But yeah, look, the base, it does have a back expansion. Actually, La Abuela is not going for 12 Nexus. I guess he was not really paying attention to the map. That's what I would have expected in TT1. We'll probably go gaseous expand. That's what he's likes to play, and it's going to be easy for him to max out. So actually, now that La Abuela didn't 12 Nexus, TT1's push will be a lot stronger.
And I think having the high ground from TT1 position, because since Labuela started with the gateway and assimilator, we might see some kind of Dragoon pressure when TT1 will go for fast command center, and the high ground will help TT1 even to defend against this kind of aggressive opening from Labuela.
Yeah, exactly. And looks like TT1 was sending out an SCV to build a command center, but turned it back. But yeah, the command center will go down pretty soon. And this is another thing with TT1 is he doesn't really scout early. He doesn't really care. He just wants to get his econ going and then just crush you once he hits max.
Oh, so these trees are vision blockers. The things like looks like burned trees. They are vision blockers. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you might think nothing's there, and then boom, actually there's 20 Dragoons there and you lose your whole army.
Yeah, 15 siege mode tanks close to this like trees. How can we call it?
Yeah, but La Abuela is just playing a normal game right now. We'll just have to see how many Dragoons he builds before expanding. I actually don't see any Dragoons being produced. Okay, there's the first Dragoon. I think normally Protoss players are going for that 3 Dragoon style before expanding, but I think now that La Abuela is scouting the map, I actually expect him to stop after 1, because fighting uphill with Dragoons is just flat out not going to work.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if TT1 even will go for the bunker, or he will just to try to hold it on factory, because this wall is definitely tight, and he should be able to hold long enough, especially that he will have a high ground. But let's see. He will scout Labuela soon, and he will know what is going on.
Yeah, I think that it's got to be a bunker because if he puts a bunker here, the Dragoons, they can't go behind those trees and shoot the depots. They're going to have to be very close, and the bunker will be in range and be able to just actually kill a lot of Dragoons if they try and stand there and fight. But this is actually so greedy from TT1. 2 Marines versus 1 Dragoon. The Dragoon wins.
Yeah, definitely, very easily, and he will regenerate after taking few shots, so this is very greedy from TT1.
Yeah, this is extremely greedy. Oh my gosh, the Dragoon's messing up. Yeah, but he needed that bunker at the wall. If it look at the Dragoons, they're so close to the wall. This bunker would have shut this down perfectly, but now he's losing Marines for free, building an extra Marine he doesn't even want to. Oh, TT1 with the eBay block at the bottom.
That's something. And now he's
Yeah,
forcing Dragoons to come here and clear it. Yeah, look at that. He's returning 1 Dragoon just to clear this engineering base. He badly wants expansion. And what would you do? Should you do as a Protoss in this situation? Should you go for a different direction and put Nexus over there, or just wait?
I think if I was Protoss, I probably would have just taken the other base, the mineral only, because this is going to take so long to clear. And then maybe just double expand really fast. But that's probably what TT1 wants you to do, because like I said, he's going to build so many units so fast that if you double expand versus him, you're potentially going to die. Protoss also could have gone straight into a robotics. That's actually what we see here. But this robotics is actually even slower than after a Nexus. So this is not good for La Abuela at all.
Yeah, and already TD1 is mining from his base. He already mined like 100 minerals from each mineral field. So his economical advantage is huge. He don't really have too many SCVs in the main base because he's repairing with 4. But beside that I really like the position of TT1.
Yeah, I really think that this bunker was a big blunder from TT1. Possibly, well, I'm pretty sure it's because he hasn't played the map at all. If he knew about where he could put the bunker here, this bunker would be shooting the Dragoons the whole time. This pressure would be doing nothing. Wouldn't have to pull any SCVs. And look, he's lost a few SCVs, lost a few Marines. He's going to lose the depot. He's repairing the bunker forever. Oh my gosh, so much damage being done.
Oh, and he did kill the supply depot, so now he can go and try to snipe the tank or just miss the bunker. He don't have to fight against it.
There's 1 Marine in the bunker. The Protoss doesn't even care. He's just running by it.
Yeah, definitely, and he can snipe the CVs right now. This is very good aggression from Abuela.
Yeah, and La Abuela following up with Reaver, and this is pretty good because we see 2 factories. A lot of the time you're going to see Vultures after factories, but because of TT1, oh my gosh, great surround on the Dragoons. They're actually going to die these SCVs.
And he didn't kill too many SCVs.
Yeah, in that fight he didn't, but TT1 had to pull a lot of SCVs just to stop these Dragoons attacking the ramp for so long. And La Abuela's Reaver is going to be coming out pretty soon. Sure, TT1's going to have maybe 3 tanks or so, but I don't see an eBay yet. Okay, it just went down, so there's going to be no turrets. And Reavers, when they don't have to worry about turrets, it's going to be so difficult for TT1 to stop this.
Yeah, he just starting engineering base, so it will be very hard for him to defend this early. Even the Marine could help to try to snipe the shuttle when the tanks are supporting it, but yeah, it will be pretty scary. But on the other hand, there are only 2 Dragoons on the map from La Abuela.
Yeah, so La Abuela did lose quite a bit of Dragoons there, but I still like La Abuela's position. I think I would have probably double expanded after that because he did so much damage there that TT1 is definitely not thinking about attacking. He knows he's a Protoss player, so he knows what's dangerous for Terran, and I'm pretty sure he expects a Reaver to be coming soon. Yeah, he sees, or he's got turrets coming down. I think I heard a scan, so he probably saw it. But look, the Reaver might actually sneak in before the turrets are done.
Yeah. Oh, the turret. Oh, he didn't have cojones big enough to go there. I'm not judging. Yeah, but maybe he didn't want to lose this shuttle, because maybe even if he would be able to go into the base, he wouldn't be able to leave it because there is a surround of the turret.
Yeah, that's true. I am looking all around. There are turrets all over the place. Really, the only exit would be through the natural at the very top.
And I think this is
But-
where he's going.
Yeah, he is going up there, and TT1's already ready for it. This is kind of what I was talking about, where after the Reaver, look at TT1. He's playing so defensive right now. If La Abuela had double banded instead of building these 5 Dragoons, that's a Nexus, and he could be powering really hard. But yeah, La Abuela did just go for the Dragoons. Actually, not this map. I've never played it, but I'm looking at how it's set up. Can you actually run into the main? Oh no, you can't. But I'm looking at this mineral-only base that you see at the top of the map in TT1 side. He can essentially, you can mine there too.
Yeah, you can, and there is entrance than I expect. I'm
So
wondering
this is
how many minerals there are in this small package.
Yeah, yeah, 248.
Oh, yeah.
So
So-
you won't be able to mine it out, but that's pretty interesting because those are back bases for Protoss, or for any race really. Protoss could essentially. Oh no, he's gonna lose the Reaver.
Oh, one shot left. Very close from dying, and there is a lot of Dragoons, but I don't know why La Abuela did make so many Dragoons, because he will not be able to attack into the high ground, and I don't think TT1 will leave his base soon.
Yeah, TT1 has no intention of base anytime soon, just like you said. And now we have a bunch of Dragoons here, kind of just sitting here for no reason. Finally, La Abuela taking bottom left. Really would have liked that a bit earlier, but he is teching into that Arbiter. We see it going down at bottom middle. Yeah, actually, after all that damage in the early game, look at the supplies. They're actually not that far ahead for La Abuela. Of course, I still favor La Abuela's position, but really, he could have been a lot farther ahead if he had just powered a bit harder.
Yeah, this is pretty normal supply advantage for a Protoss player, and he's taking very hidden third base. He's trying to apply some pressure with this Reaver. He don't want, like, he killed the turret and 3 SCVs, I think, so this was some damage, and he will still be able to use it to defend the third base, but beside that, there was no that big value as I think that this value will bring to him.
Yeah, and look at TT1's army. It's only tanks. Literally pure tanks. It's so many tanks. It's too bad he doesn't have any more factories. Oh, actually, TT1's building a third command center. This is interesting to me. I guess he's decided that probably his normal style is not going to work, probably just because of how much damage he's taken. Not sure, but yeah, his timing has been delayed so much. And La Abuela is getting big. The Arbiter has started. Gateways are going down. Oh no, the probes at bottom left are glitched on those minerals.
He didn't send them correctly, and now I'm thinking that maybe TT1 will want to defend this mineral only from the back of this mineral field. When he will siege up like 3 tanks close to the minerals, I think he should be able to defend against some kind of aggression.
Do you still have... Okay, you don't have reveal entire map on, but this is very cool that I just noticed. I have it on. When there's a scan, there's a small red dot that appears on the map so you know where the Terran scanned.
Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, and now he's forcing another scan. There are no scans left, so he can go right now with another Dark Templar, and these tanks will be not undefended. Oh, this might be very tricky. He should go with the Dark Templar right now. There is no energy for a few seconds left.
Yeah, he's going in right now. He's going to pick off another tank, and potentially 2, depending on the splash damage. One's going to go down. Very sick play right here. La Abuela just delaying this attack, and if you can delay it... Oh, there's no turrets at all!
Oh my god, I thought this turret will give the vision close to the bunker, but eventually it didn't.
Oh, but supplies are still pretty close somehow. TT1 really on top of his macro. I'm trying to check. Is he going to... Okay, yeah, Starport is almost done. He is going into the more modern upgrade style, and I agree with that. He's missed his window of opportunity. But the third base he's taking is a mineral only. You don't even really want that as Terran. You really want a gas base. But La Abuela, like, his probe count is actually pretty low. Looking at bottom left, there's not really much there. His econ is actually not that great. We're only able to produce 7 gates. Normally you would see Protoss and maybe like 10 to 15 gate by now.
Yeah, the good thing for him that he's already having Arbiter, but 7 gateways is not that much on this stage of the game. He's taking another hidden expansion, and I don't know what he's afraid of right now. He could probably takes the whole bottom of the map, and he should be able to hold TT1 in the place where he's standing for a while for sure, especially with this Arbiter.
Yeah, and looks like Lobuela might come in. I'm checking TT1 scans. He only has 2 scans right now, and the Arbiter is out. And look at TT1's SCVs at the top. They're actually glitching. They're not returning cargo.
Oh yeah. He needs to send them manually. And this Observer is seeing everything, but now the supplies are pretty good for Lobuela, and if he will attack once, he will have one good attack. He should be in pretty good position. He's already upgrading +1 for the ground army. What are the upgrades of TT1? Oh, he's having +1, but he's not making another one, probably because he's waiting for +2. Oh, he's going for it. He's attacking in the line.
Yeah, he's going for it. There's actually not a lot of support.
No equal stasis.
Oh!
Huge stasis going down. 5 tanks. Oh, GG, very quickly GG. Oh my god. If Dandy would GG against Dragon, he would probably, this way, he would probably GG twice in the game yesterday.
Yeah, I'm actually, well, first off, that was a great attack from Lobuela. That stasis was massive, but like you said, he had the Observer on top of the army the whole time. I was actually surprised TT1's army even got down that ramp, because if you're Protoss and you see tanks on siege, that's like the dream. You just jump on it immediately.
Yeah, that's a dream, that's right. And I think that was something like TT1 is not very experienced Terran player. He should play a Protoss, and I hope he will play a Protoss in the next match, because he is a Protoss player, and if you are playing important match, you should play your main race, and he should not be feel obligated to us because he said on the channel that he will play Terran, and now I will play Terran. I will show to them, and after being so badly killed, I think he should take Protoss right now.
Yeah, hopefully he plays Protoss, and I'm ready.
Okay, so let's go. Game number 2 between TT1 and Lobuela.
TT1's off race is actually really good. It's just those Dragoons in the early game just really, I think, threw him off too much. If it was a normal map like Fighting Spirit or Circuit Breaker where he's actually played it a lot, that would never have happened. But yeah, this actually is a normal map, and the fact that he picked it at least he knows it. So I'm expecting a completely different game this time. I don't expect Dragoons to do damage like we just saw.
Han just wrote to me that you are not loud enough, so I will try to put your sound a little bit higher. Okay.
What about now?
Yeah, what about now, Mr. Han? And now we are having Terran on 11th position and Protoss on 1 position. So this is Medusa. Let me just reveal entire map, because this is completely normal map. This is something like compared maybe to Fighting Spirit even.
Yeah, La Mancha was never a ladder map, so I did not get to play it very often, but I've seen a lot of games on here, and it's a pretty standard map. I actually like it a lot, and TT1's strong on standard maps. Fighting Spirit, Circuit Breaker, he knows how to play them, so there's no shock that he picked this. So even though TT1 is playing Terran, I actually like his chances here, but Lobuela, he showed that he's got a strong Protoss. You can't just discount him.
Yeah, so do you think he's like underestimating him and that's why he's playing Terran?
Lobuela, after the first game, maybe underestimating TT1. It is good because I've seen it. His macro is really good. Like I said, I think last game he just got thrown off. I don't think that will happen this game. I'm actually seeing barracks in the main. That would normally lead you to believe that it's a 12 gas, but it's not going to be a 12 gas. It's going to be a gas. What is this? He's building a Building a second depot so fast at 13. Wow.
That's very fast. I mean, maybe this is the same case like yesterday we had a game. Who was that? Like on Colosseum when he built a simulator.
Yeah, Wapul.
Yeah, Wapul. He built a simulator. Maybe this was like the next building he wanted to build. But as a Terran, this STV might mind minerals in the same time. So this give you like a little bit of disadvantage.
Yeah, he may have been worried about some kind of pressure from La Abuela, so he just got his depot up very fast so he can just spam out Marines. But normally you would be sending this SCV to build this at around 16 supply. Now we actually have about a 20 supply command center very late, but it is still a gasless expand. And I think with gasless expand, usually your gas goes up around 240-ish. So already our gas is way delayed. We're building 3 Marines even before gas. That's crazy. Dragoons with range could potentially deal a lot of damage to TT1 here.
Yeah, but you are right. It's very impressive for me that TT1 is always playing gasless expansion and and he's doing it twice. So maybe he likes these economical openings.
Yeah, he always talks about how Imba gasless expand is for Terran. So no shocker to me that he's pulling this out. Just the real shocker is just how much he built before the command center, because everything is so much slower now. Like I said, these Dragoons are going to deal a lot of damage to the bunker. He's going to have to be repairing for a long time. That actually La Abuela is going to be able to catch up in economy quite quickly, despite the gasless expand.
Oh, but he's making Nexus instead of second Dragoon. But look at that, he's skipping second Dragoon and he will probably go for robotics facility. So,
wait,
oh, another gateway instead of Dragoon.
What is going on with this Dragoon? It went to bottom right.
I think he scouted him. Oh, maybe he's looking for SCV.
Yeah, he could be looking for the SCV. But he saw that it was a gasless expand. Really, when you face a gasless expand, well, okay. Protoss can't have range right now, so he can't really punish the bunker immediately. So this is fine, but really when Terran expands, you really want to attack that bunker as soon as possible to punish the Terran for being so greedy. And he's really not punishing it. And if Terran can go unpunished for like until tanks, that's a terrible position for Protoss.
Yeah, because if he would have 4 Dragoons over here shooting the bunker, he would took 4 SCVs from mining just to repair it, and some money would go for the repair. So this is pretty big delay, and he's not using that opportunity which TT1 is giving to him.
Yeah, and on top of it, the SCV even got into the base. So everything has gone wrong for La Abuela. The good thing for him is that TT1 saw 2 gate, and he didn't see anything else. Now, normally as a Terran, you're thinking, well, this might be DTs, but look at TT1. He's already got his academy done now. This is such a fast academy that even if there were DTs, he doesn't have to worry about it. So I really like TT1's position so far. He's gone unpunished. Like I said, Terran unpunished, that's really, really bad for Protoss.
Yeah, and he mines so much more from his expansion. So now I'm wondering what La Abuela would like to do. Oh, now he will try to attack the bunker, but the tank is on the way. The siege mode is halfway done, so he could do it for much longer.
Yeah, meanwhile, La Abuela, his robotics is almost done. We'll have to see if it's going to be a Reaver follow-up or Observer. I think that he should go Reaver. Oh, actually, TT1's getting another full scout, and he won't even have to blow a scan.
Yeah, that's really good, because you want to save the scan in case of the Dark Templars. You are feeling much safer when you have this scans in your packet.
Yeah, and remember last game I brought up that La Abuela actually only
he have to repair the bunker! Oh my god. That was so close.
Yeah, that was so close. Actually down to 20 health. But oh man, it's still repairing. See, imagine if La Abuela was there the entire time he had range. Range usually kicks in around 430. He would have been on it in an additional 50 seconds, forcing repair. That's so much money for Terran. But I want to point out, last game, La Abuela, 7 gates. I've been watching his Nexus. We've actually missed probes quite a bit. That's probably why his econ was so bad. But actually going into 2-star fast arbiter. Oh, La Abuela's going in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I,
That would have been crazy.
it would be bad idea. Maybe even with Shuttle he would have a shot, but only 6 Dragoons is definitely not enough. And oh, he's blocking with Citadel of Adun. So he is probably going for the same strategy he did last game.
Yeah, but the difference is that this is 2-base Arbiter. That means that the Arbiter is going to be, you know, able to recall around 12:30 or so. And that's going to be a very fast recall against Terran. And on top of it, as a Terran, you don't want to be timing attacking into Arbiters. Stasis will just destroy your push. And you have limited scans. It's not like you're going to have a vessel at this point. You're just going to have to rely on scans the whole time. And you're not going to have Goliath to actually kill the Arbiter. So the Arbiter is going to stay alive forever.
Yeah, and he got Observer into the TT1 main base just before the turrets are being finished, so he'll get all the informations he wants to. He will know how many factories there is and what he should be prepared against.
Yeah, and TT1, we're seeing the factory explosion starting now. We're at 4. Actually, TT1 is kind of switching it up on me. We have fast +1 that I was not expecting, and is he going to go into Stargate? Starport? We have the 3rd command center building. This looks like just a normal upgrade Terran. Everything I've been talking about where he does a timing attack doesn't look like that's going to happen. And I think I prefer that. If he was to timing attack into what La Abuela is doing, it's just going to go miserably for him.
I mean, he could go right now probably, right? TT1.
Right now, yeah, he could go right now simply because La Abuela, look how many Dragoons he has. He has 7. The thing is that Terran doesn't really want to attack at 70 supply. Terran really needs that critical mass of tanks to really be strong. And when you have 3 to 4, that's not it. Usually when Terran's doing a timing attack, they're trying to go for maybe 110 to 130. So TT1 is not going right now. And even though I just said I thought TT1 was going to go upgrade to Terran, now we see 3 more factories going down.
Oh my god, so it will be 7 factories from 2 expansions. Very, very aggressive opening from TT1. Oh, and he is adding command center, so he wants to expand 12 o'clock? I thought 9 o'clock is a more regular option, but TT1 doesn't care. He wants to be aggressive, and maybe this is a good option because with a Terran you can set up a few tanks over there and you should be safe.
Yeah, the thing is if he takes top middle, not only can he defend there, look at the potential he has. He can push as slow as he wants into La Abuela. On top of it, he can put turrets there, which defends his main from recall. So I really love this expansion that he's tanking. It's gonna be, oh my gosh, this DT!
Oh! That was so beautiful. I didn't expect that. Oh my god, TT1, poor TT1. Oh, another DT.
This is genius from La Abuela. He's forcing out scans from TT1, and he knows an Arbiter coming out. If he can force out all the scans from TT1, he's gonna have no scans for the Arbiter. And like I said, when you play this style, that Arbiter will never die.
Oh, another Mind Drag. Oh, poor Shuttle, but I think Shuttle achieved what he wanted. There is how many? 3 scans are left. There is no science facility and add-on to the starport, and Arbiter is already on the field, so... But the supplies are very, very close.
Your supplies are really close despite that big DT drop. I told you, TT1's really on top of his macro, but there's only 3 scans. Those 3 tanks in the front are actually really damaged.
Okay.
Oh, there's 1 scan down. That means we only have 2 left.
Yeah, 2 scans left. There are speeds for the Zealots, and there is not too many Vultures to support it. Second scan. Oh, so many Zealots coming in.
All the tanks are exposed. They're all going down. TT1's entire army.
Yeah, and his base will be also exposed, so he will be able to kill this command center. So very nice attack from La Abuela, and I don't even know if he will not kill TT1 because there will be only 1 tank overall to defend it.
Yeah, there's no tanks here. There's quite a few Dragoons. La Abuela, he's got 7 gateways on 2 base. Pretty good production from him. 3rd base has been shut down from TT1. Remember, this Arbiter did not use a stasis at all. He still has that available now. If he was to stasis that 1 tank, all TT1 has left is pure Vulture.
Yeah, definitely. And look how much one Protoss can do with only 2 expansions. And he was able to apply so much pressure and got this all tech, and he's not even having 3rd expansion yet.
Yeah, mind blocking the way for the Protoss player, but the 3rd base will be going down pretty soon. And then La'Abula will be in a great spot. He's slowly building up that Arbiter count. 2nd one just popped out. Command Center, will it survive? I don't think it's going to survive. And TT1's on a clock now. Look at the natural. It's already halfway mined out. Main is already halfway mined out. He's going to potentially mine out, and La'Abula is looking like he's in a great spot.
Yeah, he is. He is, especially because he have this Arbiter tech, and he's gathering all the energy he wants. And when he will have like 2 or 3 stasis, and TT1 already lost a lot of tanks. When he will stasis like 5 or 6 tanks, there will be not a lot of tanks shooting Dragoons and fighting Protoss army.
Yes, somehow TT1's supply is equal to La'Abula. I don't know how that happened. So much of the DTs, he just got his whole army wiped. Really on top of his macro, but the problem is he's got 5 tanks. And at this point in the game, you really want to have maybe 15 or so.
Yeah.
Every fight he takes, the entire tank ball will get stasis, and then Protoss will just clean you up easily.
Yeah, but this, I'm really, like, I don't know why the supplies are so close. Especially that TT1 lost so much. If he wouldn't like attack him in the bad position, in a bad spot, because TT1 didn't have time to set up the defense over there, I think the game might go a little bit different, because now still looking at the supplies, I think the TT1 got a shot.
Yeah, Arbiter is running in for a recall. TT1 has mine set up. The thing is, there's only 1 turret. There's nothing. There's a ton of mines though.
Yeah.
Oh,
but he have Observer.
Arbiter's gonna get all the way into the main. It's gonna be a huge recall.
Recall, yeah, we've got it. And the tanks are coming back.
Yeah, tanks are coming back. Not in siege yet. I actually don't know if this will actually deal that much damage.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter, because La'Abula's got his 3rd base going. Every moment he can buy is just gonna get him bigger and bigger.
Yeah, but this was very good hold by Mr. TT1.
Yeah, nice defense from TT1. Actually did not deal a lot of damage here. But I'm still liking La'Abula's position, building more Arbiters. The 2nd one's coming out any moment now. Would really like to see him start expanding more than this, though, because TT1, he didn't lose anything there. If the tank count gets big enough, he's going to attack again. It's going to be difficult for La'Abula to deal with.
And how many Arbiters does he have left? This is only this one and the new one. So he will
2nd
have
one just came out, so we got 2.
only 1 stasis. He will have only 1, maybe 2 stasis if the attack will be in like 1 minute. So, yeah, this recall gave a shot for TT1. Now for a push, for timing push.
And TT1, he's a Protoss player. He knows how strong mines are. He's laying a huge minefield all over the map. And he's looking like he's trying to get into a position to just destroy this 3rd base. And then if Terran can be on 2 base versus 2 base, that's going to be a great spot for him. A couple of Dragoons are out in no man's land. Oh, everything's running through these mines.
Oh, double stasis. Oh, and now 5 energy left for another one. Very nice stasis, because now he have to scan to reveal the invisible units.
Oh, this Arbiter gonna get picked off. It's on hold position. It has a state. Oh no, he backed off. So those were massive stasis from La'Abula, but he's not using them right now. Okay, now he's going in. Yeah, he's got to make use of these stasis. This is gonna be probably a huge wipe for TT1.
Yeah, there is too many Zealots and not enough Vultures to support this army, and I think this will be just in time when the stasis will finish and he will kill these 4 remaining tanks.
Yeah, TT1 desperately trying to reinforce, but a little too late. All the tanks have been wiped. Oh, actually not. A couple of them.
Oh, very nice defensive Matrix. Huh, somehow Protoss army just disappeared. I don't know how this happened.
Yeah, and look at the supplies now, 90 to 90, and TT1's floating his command center to the top. This is being reminiscent to the Dandy vs. Dragon game.
Yeah, Terran is coming back. But how many SCVs does TT1 have? If he will transfer some SCVs to the 12 o'clock expansion, I think he should like build maybe more, but he don't want to waste any money for SCVs. He wants to build more units
wow.
because now the 4th base from La Abuela is running.
Yeah, 4th base is running for La Abuela, and La Abuela found this 3rd base, and it's the command center's gonna die here. That means TT1's all in on 2 base. He's almost mined out in his main and natural. This is gonna be basically a last-ditch hope for TT1 here in this game.
That's very good from TT1 that he's killing that 1 base, but in the same time La Abuela is just taking the high ground Nexus, and this Vulture could punish the probes, but they aren't. So the limit is still dead even.
Yeah, this 4th base Nexus is going to go down. The 5th base has been scouted. The 3rd base is being attacked, but I actually don't expect it to go down. I don't think TT1 has the DPS right now. But La Abuela, he's not defending it. I'm actually looking at his army. It's like entirely Dragoons.
Yeah, I'm searching for the arbiters, but he's having only 1 in the middle of the map. Soon he will have energy for the stasis, and another one will be out of the Stargate in a few seconds. But overall, if TT1 will get a good position, he should have a shot to wipe this Protoss army, because there are no Zealots.
Yeah, the supplies are pretty close, but keep in mind, La Abuela has map control right now. These Terran units on the right side are isolated. He can pick them off on the right side and then fight the left side of Terran's army. But at the same time, TT1, is he going to kill this 3rd base? That'd be a huge blunder for La Abuela.
Yeah, these 2 tanks are doing incredible job. And he's killing the probes into the bottom right expansion and probes and the Nexus, so soon La Abuela might be left with only mine base and natural, and he doesn't want that.
Yeah, and supplies are heavily in favor of La Abuela. Remember, a lot of supply for TT1 on the other side of the map. And look, we had Pure Dragoon a minute ago, but look, he's using them just to clear out all the mines. Now, La Abuela has 2 groups of Dragoons, 2 groups of Zealots. That's a huge army.
Yeah, definitely, and if he will clear this half army on the right side of the map, then TT1 will be left with what he have in the natural, and he don't have a lot of money to build more units. So the best scenario for him if he would be able to join this army together.
Exactly, and La Abuela finally coming to deal with the right side. There's actually a decent amount of tanks here. They will be cost efficient versus all these Dragoons. And there's a big minefield. It's not like La Abuela can just run these Zealots in first. Oh, Dragoons are even getting hit by the mines.
Yeah, but he will clear them. But this Nexus went down and he's making 12 o'clock, but these 2 tanks made incredible value out of these 2 tanks.
I can't even believe that 3rd base got killed. Now tanks are dealing damage to Dragoons, and they're in a decent spot, actually getting a lot of value out of these tanks. And now TT1's using the rest of his army to set up another big minefield and probably push into the natural. And if he can do that, La Abuela will not be mining.
Yeah, now La Abuela is having like maybe 300, 400 minerals left. Or maybe like 800, but this is all. But he have huge bank, he can make like 14 Zealots right now, or maybe even 10 Archons. Yeah, he will catch all the probes of La Abuela. And look at the supplies there, did even steal.
TT1 also has EMP. Personally, I think if La Abuela clumps his army, don't EMP the Arbiter, just EMP all the units. That would literally deal thousands of damage. Oh, La Abuela's going in, but they're coming in 1 at a time.
Why is he attacking in the line? You shouldn't attack the Terran in the line. Maybe he have... Oh, the stasis, the excellent stasis. He stasis half of the tanks.
Yeah, all the tanks getting stasis, and now all we have left are Vultures versus Dragoons. That's never good for you. Looks like La Abuela will barely hold. There's just nothing left from TT1. He's also mined out.
Yeah, and
he's
TT1
even long distance mining bottom left.
Yeah, but he have command center landed in 9 o'clock, so if he will start mining from here, it might be still pretty fine from him, because La Abuela will just start mining from 12 o'clock. This is very ballsy map from him, a ballsy expansion from him, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, he has no defense there. It's completely open, and Vultures are coming up there. All the probes are exposed. Dragoons are all on the right side of the map. Yeah, potentially all these probes might go down. TT1 needs to buy maybe 1 or 2 minutes to get the left side going, and he'll be in a great spot.
Yeah, and all the probes. We saw that earlier most of the probes of Labuela did die when he was transferring them to 3 o'clock position. Now the rest of the probes will die, so how many
Labuela
probes?
has found mid left though. He's going right towards it. I'm looking for our defense here. There's nothing here. No vultures, no tanks. TT1 is so broke. He can't even make anything.
Yeah, and Labuela is making 4 Archons because this is what he have money for. As this
Yeah, I'm looking at TT1's gas. We have 2,000 gas. Oh, man.
If he would be able to exchange gas for minerals, that would be excellent for him. And now 4 Archons will deal with these vultures relatively easy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we just EMP'd some of the Archons, so now they're going to get 2-shotted by vultures. TT1, look at his army. He's got 1 tank going to top middle. That's his entire army.
Oh no, this is not the tank which was EMP'd. Oh, he did Matrix that. I would like to see second EMP instead of Matrix, but this is oh, second tank goes to supporter. Oh, 6 Archons.
Uh-oh. We need 5 more energy for EMP, but the Archons are already here. TT1, he's running out of units.
GG, that was really good game.
Oh my gosh, that was so sick.
Labuela 2-0 TT1. I didn't expect that, and that was, the second game was very, very good. The first game was like a mistake from TT1, but the second game was very, very intense.
Yeah, that was crazy. 50 to 50 supply at the very end of the game. And I actually thought every time La Abuela sent in his units in that line at the end, I thought TT1 might actually hold it, but the stasis, what a killer stasis.
Yeah, this stasis, but the way Labuela attacked, I thought, oh my god, he should get punished for the way he's attacking the last attack. This was the entire army he had. He wasn't able to rebuild much more units, and he was sending them in the line one at a time, so it was pretty lucky for him that he won that battle.
Yeah. Oh, and TT1, don't play Terran, play Protoss. Come on.
So we have 4-3 score for South America right now. So
if we lose because of TT1, he's done. He's off the NA team. I'm kicking him out. So everybody out there, I'm looking for a new Protoss. If we lose, get out there. I'm looking.
Yeah, you and the boys from neighborhood will buy a ticket to Canada and deal with him. Yeah, and welcome everyone into the chat. Oh, Mr. Rootcats is here. I've been watching Mr. Rootcats StarCraft 2 streams back in the days. I don't know right now if he's streaming, but like I know he's been streaming a few years ago even.
Yeah, cats. You're talking about cats?
Yeah, I'm talking about cats. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got a story for cats. Cats, you know, everybody knows cats, and they know he does this proxy hatch right in the natural of in StarCraft 2 games.
Yeah.
I remember I was sitting in X17. Somebody said, "Hey, play this guy. He's really good." It was Cats. I'd never heard of him. We play. He drone scout me, and this is a long time ago. It was Lost Temple, so you know it's a very long time ago.
Yeah.
He scouts me. The drone goes away, but I didn't actually see it leave my base. He in base built a hatchery in my base and sunken rushed me on Lost Temple, and I lost. I was like, oh my gosh, I just lost to an in-base sunken versus an X17er. Kill me, man.
Oh my god! And you play Terran, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so disappointing. This is what happened in Brood War. Sometimes you can like get nuclear land detected or sunken rushed by a Zerg. Okay, I think we can go to game number 3 because I can't wait. What will be the score? Sugo versus Inca. I know Sugo is a good Protoss. I don't know Inca. Maybe you played him.
Yeah, I don't know Inca either. Like earlier when we saw Wapool is apparently Dyna. I knew Wapool, but I didn't know Dyna. Maybe Inca has an alternate ID that I've played, but yeah, I don't know who Inca is.
Okay, so let's see if he is good Terran, if he is good enough Terran to play against Protoss, because it's a little bit harder to play as a Terran against Protoss than as a Protoss against Terran, especially on this highest level.
Yeah, I think it's hard to play versus Protoss, but I'm sure Protoss players would argue it's hard to play versus Terran, so yeah.
Yeah, excuse me for 1 second. Tudom. 4-3 dla południowej Ameryki. Komu kibicujesz? Sobie. I asked Carol, who is she cheering for, and she said myself. So, so Europe won today.
Cały świat przeciwko.
Yeah, world versus Karolcia. She's practicing hard. Yeah. Okay, so Sugo versus Inca. Are we ready to start?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I hope chat is ready because we are starting the game number 3 today. Sugo versus Inca. Protoss versus Terran again. So today that's really good that we have Terran expert with us because we will have a lot of TVP today.
Yeah, actually, so many Terran matchups in this series. You know, in the EU versus NA matchup, sure, we had a decent amount of Terran matchups, but there was only one Terran player on the NA side, me. So I'm actually shocked that there's so many Terran games, but that's nice for me because obviously I play Terran and I love to see Terrans play.
Yeah, you can always, like yesterday you learned from Dandy that you can make the barracks close to the refinery to make it pretty well good wall. So if you are watching good players from your race playing, you always can like look for some things and look from and do them in your own games.
Yeah, and now that I'm actually seeing Inca's name, I think I've played him, but I'm not sure, so I actually don't have like any opinion on him. On top of it, it would be a Terran versus Terran, so I don't know what to expect here. In my experience versus a lot of South American Terrans in general, in Terran versus Terran at least, they're very aggressive, so maybe he's also aggressive in Terran versus Protoss. Not sure.
I think it's a map with pretty big open for the recalls. So as a Terran player, you have pretty big area to cover to defense against recall of a Protoss right here, right?
Yeah, Roadkill, one of the things I hate about it is it reminds me of the bottom position on Talcross. It's so big. You have to spam turrets everywhere to defend arbiters. On top of it, it's kind of like Fortress also, where you have these ledges on the side where if carriers get into a good position, so in this specific scenario, if Sugo can get over top of the Nat at the top or get on the bottom side, he can come in, snipe, you know, the armory, snipe factory, snipe the command center. And then if there's also a fight in the middle at the same time, after he snipes key buildings, he can just be out in the middle of the map very easily. Makes it super difficult to defend all that stuff as Terran.
And that was a very fast scout from Sugo, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, I think this was maybe after the gate, so a pretty fast scout from him. Terran actually is scouting pretty slowly, but he did do a cross scout. I guess he's worried about proxy gate. That's actually pretty common on here. I face it a lot. Also, the fact that, you know, Terran's on a low ground position, zealot pressure is very difficult to deal with because you'll be shooting uphill. I actually face a lot of zealot cannon rushes on here for some reason. They try to contain
Protoss
you.
against Terran.
Yeah, and then they just take a fast nexus that forces you to not only get tanks, but also get siege. And because Terrans usually take gas or take SCVs off the gas, your siege mode is actually pretty slow. And by the time you actually get out, Protoss has been running their expansion for quite a while. It's actually not a bad build. But this game, Inca is going 12 gas, and we do see a fast factory. That's pretty expected because of the low ground scenario for Terran. It makes it pretty difficult for them to deal with a 2-gate like what we're seeing from Sugo. The Dragoon count gets so high when you go gasless expand that you saw the last game in TT1 versus TT1. The bunker almost went down to just 4 Dragoons. Sugo will have 5 to 7 Dragoons if he went gasless expand. So I like this build for, oh, actually, we have a 2-fact coming from Inca. This is pretty clever. The probe left. He saw that there was only 1 on gas, so he thinks this is a gasless, but it's not. Or gas expand.
And Inca did scout the Sugo. He saw the second gateway and he immediately added the second factory. So this was the response to the scouting. A very, very nice understanding of the game. But now he's supply block and he can build a tank. So this is a big mistake from him. He just have to... Oh, he cancelled the SCV, I think.
Yeah, pretty big miss there. But I want to point out something really subtle here. See these Marines from Inca? He sent them to the very front of the ramp. If you were expanding, you would almost never do this. There would always be a bunker here. So if I'm Sugo, I'm already thinking that something weird is up. Maybe it's a drop, maybe it's 2-fact, but I'm already skeptical of what Terran's doing.
Oh yeah, and he did let the SCV go, but these 2 Dragoons will clear it easily.
And the build Inca's pulling out is actually going to be the Jojo push, which is 3 tanks, rallied vultures with spider mines and speed going. But look, I was talking about this low ground. How is Inca ever going to get up this ramp? There's already 4 Dragoons out. When the 3 tanks get out, possibly 6 Dragoons are going to be here. And 4 Dragoons is actually the magic number because you're 1-shotting Marines, you're 2-shotting tanks, you're 2-shotting vultures. I really do not like Inca's position right now.
And I think he have to make a siege mode if he wants to leave this relatively cost efficient, because right now when he will try to leave this... But Sugo will lose 1 Dragoon.
That's such a critical Dragoon, no!
Oh, and now he will have to 3-shot the tank, but he's using the high ground. Really nice micro from Sugo. I heard you had like heart attack. Oh, but this is a
tank, no!
bad micro from Inca, and now only 1 tanks, a lot of Marines, so there will be high ground advantage from a Terran right now, so maybe he will hold on over here, but I think siege mode is what he needs.
Yeah, so even though Sugo did lose that Dragoon, he did manage to get both of the tanks, and actually, this is non-stop tanks from Inca. This is something I have not seen in a long time, and actually the Marines have not died at all. So this is actually going to be a very strong attack, and look at Inca, he's pulling a Jae-Yun. He's gonna hide a base bottom left, I think. And if this goes unscouted, he can get back into this game for sure. I'm curious, did we get siege? I don't even think we have any upgrades at all from Terran. No mines, no speed. This is so weird.
This is pure DPS army.
Just straight DPS. Finally, he gets siege mode. I actually think this is okay. Look at the Dragoon count. It's so small. There's so many Marines here. There's so many tanks. And by the time he gets into position, siege mode will kick in. Oh, but the 4 Dragoons is what I'm talking about. 2-shot at a tank.
This is key number, as you said. And there is only 3 tanks and 7 Dragoons from Sugo. So he should be able to clear it. There are some vultures coming in. Oh, there is 1 more tank left, but...
Oh man, but look
nice
how fast these tanks are dying. None of the Dragoons have gone down. They're all really hurt, but the tanks are exposed now. He's gonna kill all of them. Oh my
He's not target firing the right Dragoons. He should be able to win this fight if he would target fire the hard Dragoons, I think.
Yeah, so many are very low, but the tanks have all gone down now. We even have a floated barracks. What is this? This barracks is gonna die. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Inca doesn't even have bottom left going. Okay, now he started it, but he lost all his tanks. Yeah, okay, I'm looking at Sugo's base. I was thinking Sugo should just go reverse now. What can Inca do? There's going to be nothing there, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to go 2 base, gate reaver. It's going to be near impossible for Inca to stop. That's... How many tanks did he lose? Like 6 or 7? That's a huge commitment. And now he's trying to double expand? There's going to be nothing here for Inca.
Yeah, the biggest issue for him is that he's not having expansion. Of course, he's making this Jae-Yun expansion, as you call it, and I think it's much smarter in TvP to do it because the Protoss is not expecting that. Terran is expecting that against Zerg because Zerg needs to have third expansion, but Protoss will never scout this expansion until very late game.
Yeah, I actually hide bases quite a bit. I don't, well, Inca's so far behind, he needs to make a move like this to get back into the game. But he lost so many tanks. If he lost half his tanks, this could potentially work. But because he lost all of his tanks, there's just no chance of him actually defending this Reaver. On top of it, he's got this floated barracks. It's not like he could have a bunker that could potentially, you know, mess up the AI of the Dragoons. This is going to be so difficult for Inca to hold.
The only good thing for him is that this barracks did scouted this robotic support base, so he should know that there will be river drop somewhere, and he should be prepared for that. He already have engineering bay, he's putting some turrets, so maybe he will be prepared against river, but until this expansion will kick in and he will be able to gain some advantage out of this expansion, his situation is terrible.
Yeah, and it's not going to kick in. Sugo's going right now. We have about 10 Dragoons. We've got Shuttle with 4 Zealots in it. No Reaver yet, but it doesn't matter. We have 3 tanks, 3 Vultures. Probably the Dragoons could just straight up beat this army.
Oh,
and now we even have an SCV transfer. Yeah, Zealots on top of the tanks. The tanks are going to die. They're splashing each other. They're not even shooting the Dragoons.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the end of
Very
Inca.
nice attack out of Sugo. Oh, there is... Maybe he will hold it with this one tank in the low ground? I don't know.
Yeah, he may hold it, but
On what cost?
he's not going to hold the follow-up attacks.
Yeah, he lost a lot of... Too many SCVs. Oh no, he will not defend it. All the tanks are going down. Now the SCVs are fighting. There are too many Dragoons, so 30 limit to 81 for Sugo. So it was very convincing win out of him.
Yeah, Sugo's probably going to take it any moment now. Inca's got his hidden base. Guess he's relying on that, but... yeah, he should just be leaving now. He has no chance, really. Sugo's probably going to follow up with an attack any moment now. We have 2 factories even, and they're not even making units.
Oh, he's just waiting for the river, and with the river I think he will go and try to kill this expansion, kill this main base. That's good for Inca that he's having this hidden expansion. This is the light in the tunnel, but I don't think this light is very bright.
Yeah, if Sugo was playing more passive, for sure Inca could get back in this game. But the fact that he's going for a Reaver build, you know he's going to be aggressive with it. And what do we have here? We have 3 tanks. Oh, we might lose the shuttle, but no, not yet. Reaver does get out. But there's just... Sugo's going 5 gate into Reaver, into Arbiter, going into 3 parts.
Yeah, shuttle will die.
Oh wow, the shuttle actually did die, but just doesn't matter. There's nothing here.
Yeah, Inca wanted to have expansion, but this was too much for him after losing so many tanks, and the position of Sugo is just too good. GG.
So Inca does look like he's probably an aggressive Terran. And if I'm in Sugo's shoes, I like his build, 2 gate into robotics. Just play really just play defensive versus these Terran players. And you can stop their attacks pretty easily. Dragoons are so strong in the early game. Once you get 4, like I talked about, you start 1-shotting or 2-shotting all of the Terran units.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting to see again in the second game.
Give me 1 second, I need to turn off the overlay.
Okay, I'll be right back. 1 minute.
Okay, I think it should be fixed. So there will be no more like this bright Nayoken and me notification that we are talking into the Discord. So 1-0 for Mr. Sugo. That was very convincing win.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so I think I turned it off, so let's hope it will help. Let's go for the game number 2. I think Hatchet will be happy because this will be the map he likes, and of course the yeah, this is the new original map, and I know that Hatchet wanted this map to be tried out, and I think this is nice. So let's see how the game will go on this map. This is pretty original choice out of Inca.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen it. I'm actually surprised 'cause, Inca picked it, like you said, because you would expect him to pick a map he knows. Maybe he's played this a lot, so we'll have to see what he pulls out here.
Yeah, that's really surprising, and we will try to show the game in 1 second. I saw that Karolcia just came in. Chcesz mnie zastąpić po edukacji? No proszę, na chwilę. Okay.
Pozdrowić mojego jedynego pana.
Oh, Karolcia is saying that she wants to... Jak jest pozdrowić? She wants to say hello to her, the only fan, which is Mindflyer. Yeah, okay.
Już się ze mną stęskni.
Yeah, actually. She hope he misses... should I be afraid? No, okay. Okay.
Pan, miałam tylko jednego.
Okay, go.
Yeah, go.
Let's go. Good luck, have fun, good game. Second game between Inca and Sugo. 211 viewers. Welcome everyone, and don't go anywhere. In half hour we should have pretty good announcement for you. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of what map this reminds me of, but really nothing's coming to mind. But one thing I'm noticing here is the main is absolutely huge. Look how big it is.
Yeah, and maybe this is the map, like maybe like Python or Lost Temple, because the mains are very close to each other.
Yeah, and when you're Protoss, if you have a close distance like this, it's not close by ground. Look, you actually have to travel really far. Terran's got to go to the right side, go down, and then go to the left to attack. But Protoss, Reaver is really in the meta these days. And if you have a close position Reaver drop, that's going to be super deadly.
Yeah, excuse me, I didn't show the game. I showed my face the entire time. So, okay, now it should be fine. Now the game is much more interesting. Thank you, chat.
Yeah, so I think we might see a similar build to what Sugo did last game, except instead of a 2-gate, maybe a 1-gate into Reaver. That would actually be a pretty good style, I think. The middle of the map is so interesting to me. Everything is pretty interesting. I like this. And then also we have these trees in the middle of the map. I'm guessing that will also block vision. So it's kind of like, it's a hybrid of a lot of maps. I'm getting visions of Sniper Ridge where you go uphill and you don't have vision.
Yeah.
Well, sure, you're not going uphill here, but you still at least don't have vision. I don't know. Very interesting.
Yeah, this is a new thing. I never saw that, and I think that is very interesting to add that kind of stuff, and I would like to see more games on that kind of maps.
Yeah, and we also have these destructible temples on the sides where maybe Protoss just shuttles over a probe or Terran shuttles over an SCV, and boom, they've got a third base that's pretty safe. It's not like Protoss can just go instantly kill it. It's a small surface area. You could build a bunch of turrets to prevent drops. Very cool map design. But anyways, we do have Protoss just going for standard 1-gate cybernetics, and again, Terran's going for 12 gas. We'll have to see if Inca's going to 2-fact again. On this map, just looking at how big it is, I do not like 2-fact at all. I expect him to just go upgrade Terran.
Yeah, a very fast expansion, and that I wonder why Sugo is not scouting with the probe. This reminds me of Dragon style. I think he's also not scouting with a probe in PvT.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not scouting. Actually, no scout Protoss has been a thing for quite a bit. They just scout with their first Dragoon. They really just get their econ going, get that faster Nexus up. But I think on a map like this, especially a map you don't know, you should definitely scout.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah, pretty interesting choice from Sugo. We'll have to pay attention to how many Dragoons he builds before taking an expansion. I think it will probably just be 3 just to be safe, because you don't want to die to a 2-fact like we just did die. Oh, well, like Inca pulled out on the last game.
Yeah, but he's not mining gas. He's mining gas only with one STV, so I expect that this will be fast expansion out of Inca. He's still producing Marines and STVs. It might be one tank, one Vulture, and like 6-7 Marines push to like mine to put some lines, to lie some lines close to Protoss base. But let's see, very fast expansion out of Sugo. So he will try to go and play a normal game. Now he will scout with the Dragoon that I think he saw that the machine shop is almost done, so he knows that this is normal opening. At least he saw one factory. He don't know if there is no second factory, but at least he saw that there is a tech into the tanks.
Yeah, this is gonna be the FD push from Terran. Don't like it at all. Like I said, the rush distance is so big. And look, SCV is in the base. He saw the fast nexus. He knows it's an expansion off one Dragoon. Kind of greedy from Sugo, but every time you do this, you follow up with a fast second gate like what we're seeing from Sugo. By the time Terran gets across the map, you know, Protoss is going to have 4 Dragoons out in about 20 seconds, and then Terran's got to move across the map. That means we're going to have 6 Dragoons versus, what, 6, 7, 8 Marines and 1 tank and 1 Vulture? Dragoons are just going to eat that alive.
Yeah, but I think the reason why Terran is doing that push, he wants to lay some mine in very good positions just to keep Protoss into the base until he will have Observer, and I think he's doing what he wanted, because now he's pushed back Sugo close to his natural, and if he will lay some line close to the entrance of Sugo natural, I think he will achieve what he wanted, because he's going for expansion behind it, we can see.
Yeah. Oh, is he going to get that tank? Oh,
Very
actually,
nice
a lot of the
micro.
Dragoons taking a lot of damage. So great micro from Inca there. And actually, there are not 6 Dragoons here. There's only 4, and one of it's already severely damaged. So yeah, this push will actually deal a lot of damage in the probe line even.
Oh, I think he should not go any further, because saving this tank will be huge value for Inca.
Oh, he's got to be so careful of that mine. Oh, Sugo might think there's no mine there because he just cleared it. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
you're right. Big hit, and one Dragoon goes down. Oh, and he wants to force this Dragoon to come to this mine, and now the probes are dying.
Well, actually, a lot of damage done from Inca, so this worked out better than expected. He even got the, well, he did lose the tank, but he's got his natural completed now, and Inca's keeping up the aggression. I see his starport is done. Probably going to be a Vulture drop afterwards, and Sugo, his first Observer is going to go to the natural to clean up all these mines. The Observer might not ever see this come in.
Yeah, but I'm a
This dropship, I mean.
little bit afraid that Inca is not making any tanks, so when Sugo will have Observer, he will be able to attack Inca,
Yeah,
and he will have nothing to defend against Dragoons.
Yeah, he's just building pure Vultures right now. He's going to get a bunch of mines on the map, get a bunch of vision. Even if the mines don't hit anything, you at least know where Protoss is moving around. He's actually killed a lot of Dragoons here. I think it was like 4 or so. Dropship is coming out. This is going to be perfect. The Observer is right out just now. It's going to clear out the mines. And then it's probably going to go to the right side and be completely out of position for this drop. Inca is going to deal a lot of damage with this drop, I think. Oh, wow. Actually, the Observer's... okay, it's still here. I thought it was going back into the main for some reason.
Yeah, but this is very original strategy from Inca. I never saw this build and followed up by the fast expansion and follow up by the fast dropship. This is very nice aggressive strategy out of our Terran player.
Yeah, and like I said, here comes the drop. Look at the Observer. It's way out of position. We gotta check, is one coming out? No, there's not another Observer coming out. There's a shuttle. If he can get mines down in key places, this will shut down the mineral line for quite a while. And it's going all the way at the very top. It's unseen
Perfect
completely.
position for the Vulture drop, and now it will be shock mode for the Sugo.
Yeah, Inca really putting on the pressure here. A lot of probes going down. Still no mines set up here. Oh, he's got to lay mines. You don't want to just lose these Vultures. But
Yeah, there is
look
no
at Sugo.
observer.
He's actually teching really hard. He was going into the 2-base Arbiter play or DT drop. We actually have 2 DTs being built. But Inca just got a full scout. He knows what's coming.
Yeah, he didn't lose any vulture and he delayed so much mining time. He killed so props, so this was definitely a very successful drop. And now
Yeah,
we
he
have
did
three
so much
factories.
damage there, and now Protoss has to stay back. Terran's powering quite a bit right now. We're on 3 factory. Actually, looking around, we don't even have an academy built for Terran
Oh,
right
the
now.
dropship will be sniped.
Oh,
Very
I didn't see
bad
it.
loss.
It
Missed it.
died.
Yeah, it died.
But
so
look-
10 limit goes down.
Yeah, but Terran, he's got his eBay, but we don't have an academy. Like I said, that we have 1 turret in the main, but it's in a weird spot. It's at the bottom of the base. This DT drop that's coming in, there's nothing there.
Yeah, that might be terrible. Of course, there is. Oh, there will be a dropship again. So there is no chance that this is science facility. Oh, and now there will be the shock. Oh my God, this is DT.
So Sugo, he took a lot of damage to the drop, but he's matching the drop with his own drop, and this is going to shut down the mineral line for so long. He's going to have to slowly build turrets just to defend this command center. And he's got 2 DTs. He can split them up. He can go into the NAT.
Yeah, he can do
Oh,
whatever
man.
he wants, and he killed more SCVs than Inca killed Sugo probes. So I think this was definitely right now. It's already much more successful.
Yeah, he's shuttling even more DTs in,
Oh.
and now he's actually able to shut down these supply depots. Depots will supply block the Terran, and now Protoss will have map control for a long time. Potentially could double expand right now. That'd be a great idea for him. Look how many turrets are going down for Inca. We're at like 5 or 6 now.
Yeah.
Tons of minerals wasted.
It will be good against carriers later, but now they are all useless.
Yeah, I'm still looking around for the academy. I don't see even an academy built anywhere. He's solely relying on these turrets, but he's just got to keep building them all over the place just to survive 1 or 2 DTs.
Yeah, this DT pressure was incredible. Of course, he didn't kill any tanks, so Inca still have like 6-7 tanks left, but he killed so many SCVs that it's huge advantage for Sugo, and now he's probably will go for another expansion.
Inca's got another vulture drop,
Oh.
nothing here. So both players dealing a lot of economic damage to each other. I still favor Sugo's position quite a bit. Inca doesn't even have SCVs at his NAT yet, or in his main yet.
Yeah, he didn't
man.
transfer them yet, so it's a pretty big economical disadvantage for him. But oh, did he add somewhere arbiter tribunal? I think he didn't have time for that. Now he
No,
added that.
Yeah, it just started. We are going into arbiters. Sugo does not have a 3rd base yet. Inca does have his 3rd command center built. But look at the main. Not many SCVs there. Not many SCVs at the natural. The 3rd base just got saturated, so a pretty low SCV count from him.
Yeah, but he have 3rd base, and Protoss didn't even start at his own. So I'm shocked how quickly Inca is expanding.
Yeah, if he can secure all 3 bases, his econ will start exploding. Still worried about a potential attack from Sugo. Sugo has a lot of Dragoons. The shuttle is still alive. There's even DTs in the shuttle. A shuttle bomb would be absolutely catastrophic for the Terran. There's no support for these tanks, really. There's 2 vultures. If anything gets on top of this tank line, they'll just start splashing each other in insta-melt.
Yeah, but look at this map. This is pretty good for Terran, and now I know why Inca chose it, because you have a possibility to secure 4 expansions with relatively small like space to cover. So now he can even build this mineral only, and this is something like Secret Breaker when you have 3 gases, 4 mineral onlys.
Oh, I don't know about this. The tank line is long. Yeah, Sugo's gonna back off. If he can get a good drop on top of these tanks, oh, he's going for it.
Yeah, he's going for Dark Templar drop and Zealot drops very nicely. Oh my God.
2 tanks instantly die. DTs, they're not seen right now. They're killing these tanks. 5 tanks.
times. Yeah. Almost 6.
All of the tanks are gonna die. This Zealot is gonna get the tank also. Oh, almost. But wow, what good good tank damage right there from Sugo. Sugo's taking his 3rd base, backing off now. But yeah, Inca, his supply is getting up there now. We're at 110 to 85. He's coming back into this game for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at this game and this value out of like 4 units. If you can exchange one Dark Templar for one tank, you always want to do it against against Terran. And I'm wondering, does Inca wants to expand more? Because this STV is staying in the position that I would be shocked because Suga didn't even start. He just is starting mining from his third, and he's already thinking about his fourth expansion. Maybe he is a Zerg in his heart.
Yeah, as Terran, just matching Protoss Nexuses is pretty good. You don't really have to be ahead in command centers to the Nexuses. Just matching is a good spot for Terran, so it would be a bit greedy from Inca, but at the same time, building a command center at this mineral only would actually be some sort of semi-wall that could actually benefit him. So I wouldn't actually mind a fourth command center going in. But we actually have another drop from Inca to the natural this time, and nothing here again from Sugo killing so many probes.
These drops from Inca are incredible. This is third drop, and third drop it did some damage. It was not like crucial damage, but he killed few probes there, and it's paying off for him.
Yeah, I actually thought Inca was probably just dead after this DT drop, but he's getting back into this game really nicely. Sugo, meanwhile, he's got a lot of gateways. His arbiters are finally coming out. He's got his third base up. He really needs to get a fourth base, though, because Terran's going to take a fourth base pretty soon. Supplies are really close. We have upgrades going for Terran. All those turrets that Inca actually built in the early game are not even going to be that bad now, because if an arbiter manages to get past a couple of them, there's backup turrets.
Yeah, definitely. It looks funny, and if someone would look at that, he would think, oh my god, what a noob is playing, but he don't know what happened here, and he don't know the reason why the turrets are here.
Yeah, 140 to 120. Oh, Vulture drop going back into the main. I think this one will get shut down, though.
Yeah, the cannon is... Oh, he should unload right now! Oh my god. He's killing more and more. Oh, he killed only one probe because he's not target firing. But the dropship will survive.
Yeah, and Inca now building his fourth command center. Sugo also building his fourth nexus. Everything is pretty much just even right now, I think. What is the tank to shoot? Oh, he's shooting those temples in the back. He wants to take that back base.
Oh, because there is a gas over there.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty safe base to take. He can spam a bunch of mines, similar to like top and bottom bases on Circuit Breaker, where you just lay a huge minefield with turrets and you're pretty safe to recall. So I really like this play, and if Terran can get 4 gas, they're going to be super strong.
Yeah, I think already the position of Terran is pretty good. Of course, Protoss was able to take 4th expansion, so he should be able to re-macro his army. He have pretty healthy amount of gateways. He should add more soon. But this game is very, very nice. And Inca is showing us, after the first game, he's showing us definitely much more skill than in the first game.
Yeah, for sure. Looking at Inca's unit comp, we actually have 3 science vessels out. That's quite a lot. Going to be difficult for him to control, but if he can get off an EMP on all those arbiters, that'd be absolutely great for him. I see an arbiter going from the mineral only up to the top. We might be seeing a recall any moment now. It's got the energy for it. Yeah, here it goes.
Oh, this might be terrible for Sugo if he will recall on top of the minefield. Oh, but he's going for it, I think.
Oh my gosh, so many turrets. Wow, wow.
Oh, the mine just got... Oh, this was pretty good mine, but it was not that successful as I thought it would be.
Yeah, and Sugo is shutting down this armory. He probably thinks that's a big pickoff, but actually that upgrade just started, so it's not actually a huge deal for Terran. But look at the base layout for Inca. He's got to send so much back just to defend it, and all of his units are coming in one at a time. Actually, this recall didn't do that much, but it did open up a spot for a potential second recall. Looking to see if we have another arbiter.
Yeah, because he lost that one. I'm searching for 106 energy, so soon he will be able to make this recall. In the same time, Inca is taking his 5th base.
Yeah, Protoss is getting pretty big, even has pylons at the bottom side of the map. No nexuses yet, though. But Terran, he's got his 5th command center going. That recall was kind of a fail. Not much lost here. Pretty much just all turrets in the armory that wasn't even really upgrading. We'll have to pay attention to this army that Inca built at the natural. Okay, I was gonna say make sure he gets +2, and he did. He's instantly getting it. So he's on top of his upgrades, but now Sugo transferring to bottom left. His econ's going crazy. Looks like we've just kind of stabilized and we're setting up for that big macro style that we're going to see in the late game.
But already Sugo, by intercepting this armory, he already have upgrade advantage. He have 2-0 when Inca just started his own 2-0, so it's very good out of him. And I was looking at the Forge, and he's making upgrade right after another, so this is always something when you have like upgrade advantage, and you are slowing down Terran because he wants to move out with this +2 upgrade when it's ready.
Yeah, +2 is so strong in the Protoss matchup, especially versus carriers, but it's also very good versus the ground units. But also +1 or plus weapon versus Terran is so important. If you miss plus weapon, the tanks will survive for an extra shot, and any amount of time you're taking extra siege tank shots, that's going to be terrible for you. But Sugo, he's in the middle of the map, clearing out these mines. It looks like he's trying to do an attack.
There's only one tank defending this base.
Yeah, look at this base layout. What is this? There's just a huge depot field. If Sugo attacks, how does Inca defend this?
Yeah, I have no idea, but I think that Sugo don't know what to do right now. This unit's clown looks like he wants to go for a recall, but I don't see any arbiter going anywhere for a recall. So I'm wondering what Sugo would like to do, and I really like that he's adding 2 more gateways over there. He should add like maybe 10 more gateways. It would be very good for him, because when he loses this limit, he would like to have easy way to rebuild it. Oh, this huge force from Terran.
Inca's decided that it's time to go. Huge army pushing out now. He's got 3 vessels. They all have max energy. Oh, he's looking for sick EMPs. He could literally EMP the entire army of Protoss. That would wipe out all the shields. That would literally
He should do it.
That would wipe out thousands of health. Oh my god, why is he not doing it?
EMP that army!
Oh, something got recalled. He recalled onto the temples on the right side. There's a counterattack from Sugo.
Oh my god, this is perfect position. He just cut off this mine army from reinforcements, and now Inca should be able to clear this mine forces from Sugo.
Yeah, Inca's splitting up his army pretty well. This command center might get picked off, but Sugo's 4th base is going to go down. And like you were talking about, Sugo needed 10 gates at the bottom. He's only got 4. Inca potentially could kill all the bases at the bottom, and now Sugo's army that was doing this counterattack is actually pretty small. Slick move by Inca right here.
Yeah, very nice army split. I really like it, and he have pretty healthy amount of Goliaths, so in case of Arbiter would come, he would be able to snipe it very easily.
Yeah, I'm checking that armory. Okay, it did not get picked off. +2 is about to hit, and Terran's much stronger with +2 compared to +1. But at the same time, Inca's army is split up now. Look at Protoss supply. He's maxed.
Yeah, he's maxed, and Terran is only 140, so he didn't have space to rebuild more factories, I think, in the main base. Because this is what he needs. He needs like 4 to 6 more factories to rebuild his army, especially on 5 bases. Oh,
Yeah,
and huge attacks from
decided
Sugo.
that he can just base trade. There's so much Terran at bottom left. I guess he feels like he's maxed. There's no way Terran can stop it, and I think he's right. The mineral only is going down. This 4th base is going down. Oh my gosh, did Sugo just bust through?
Yeah, I think there is not much left for Inca to defend. Of course, he have 3 siege tanks in the main base, so his main base is pretty secure. But why would you need main base if you don't have any income?
Yeah, and look at Inca. At the natural, 0 SCVs mining. We're mined out in the main. Inca is essentially mining only on mid-right. Sugo's got his mineral only going at least. He's still got quite a few units. He's got bottom right going. We have a huge probe transfer. I think Sugo might have done it.
Yeah, I think he might. He already is securing this game, but he needs to be patient right now. It would be best for him just to kill this 3 o'clock expansion.
Oh, big recall coming into the main.
Oh, he took these units. Oh, there is no scan. He don't see this unit. Inca didn't pay attention. He have a scan in natural. He just scanned, but now all the tanks are gone. And this was perfect recall from Sugo.
Yeah, and I was loving Inca's position, but he's just spread too thin. He couldn't defend all the areas. Sure, he wiped out the bottom, but Sugo's got bottom right. He's still got his mineral only. And
Yeah.
now he's in your factories. Oh my gosh.
And it will take some time until these tanks will reinforce from the second half of the map. And at the same time, Sugo did take the 5 o'clock expansion, so he's mining really healthy. He's still having a lot of minerals in this mineral only, so he can rebuild his army, where if Inca will build anything, it will be killed by this army standing on top of the factories.
Yeah, exactly. And Sugo might even intercept this army. This army may not ever back to the Terran's main. I don't think Terran knows about bottom right. Well, maybe he does. He is heading that way. And if he can kill it, at least Sugo will be back on one base, and then Terran will still be on mid right, at least.
But there should be 2 stasises, and
Oh my gosh.
oh, he should scan. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All the army is frozen, so yeah, this is how you do it.
Oh, and Inca can't save these tanks. These will be dead. He's just got nothing to reinforce with.
Yeah, he's still mining from 2 bases, the same as Sugo, but Sugo army is just 10 times bigger than his own.
Inca with this hidden factory at the bottom, but it gets scouted somehow. I don't know how that's... What?
Why did he build factory over there? Maybe he wanted to kill this expansion with this one factory? Or maybe
Yeah,
he
I
didn't
don't
have
know.
space in the main. Yeah, and these tanks so quickly killing just 1 dragoon.
But Inca's not giving up. Supplies are heavily in favor of Sugo now, 150 to 70. But Inca's a fighter trying to get his mineral only up. He does have decent saturation at mid right now. Natural actually has pretty good saturation too, but how's he going to stop this army?
And since he have five science vessels, he should EMP everything what is coming towards him.
Yeah, I can't imagine Inca holding this. We have Arbiter has stasis in it. There's so many EMPs here. Really like to see him just EMP everything. Oh, actually there's a tank trop at the mineral only. Killing a lot of probes.
Oh
That tank
yeah,
has
17
11
kills. 17 kills overall for this army, and he will kill these two units. Oh, but huge attack is coming from Sugo. He wants to clear this.
Yeah, there's just not enough left from Inca. Sugo's busting through 130 to 66. It's just impossible to hold. Unfortunately, Inca just does not have the econ. There's the GG.
Very impressive game out of Inca. I'm very impressed by this player if he will practice a little bit more, because his decision making in some parts was a little bit weird, but beside that his harassment with these dropships and overall expanding was very good, and Sugo is just too good for him, but Inca definitely very good player and worth observing.
Yeah, that was a great game. A lot of damage being done with those drops on both sides. Liked Inca's play a lot more than the Roadkill game. The Dragoon count was just so big in that Roadkill game. It was kind of... I really didn't like that build. But as far as that last map, I really did like Inca's build quite a bit.
Yeah, and for most game I felt like he had advantage, and when he moved out it looks like his army is so big that it's almost impossible to kill from Sugo, but this recall like made this job and split the army, and then he was able to take this game from this position.
Yeah, Terran's army was massive. We had six EMPs available. That would have hit the entire Protoss army. And every unit of Protoss, I think, has like at least 60 shields, at least the Dragoons and the Zealots. If you have 40 Zealots or 40 Dragoons like that, that's 2,400 shield damage.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so much damage. That's unreal damage.
Yeah, and maybe he didn't have EMP.
He did. I saw him upgrading it. He
Oh,
had it.
okay, so that was not an excuse. He had it and he didn't use it, so shame on him. Okay, can we go to game
Yeah.
to play to watch the match between Gypsy and Cruzago?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is another map which Hatchet will like very much. Frogstar World B. This is another foreigner map. I think it's made by Jucado or Freaklink. These are two very nice map makers out of our foreigner scene. And they are posting some maps on Team Liquid sometimes. That's how we got them. We got them into our into tournament.
Yeah. Me and Gypsy were looking at this map before he played. And when I was looking at it, I was like, what is this? There's a spiral in the middle of the map. I thought they were walls. If they were walls, how do you attack? But they're actually ramps, so you can actually move wherever you want. But the thing is that because there's ramps, you don't have vision. So it's actually pretty hard to move around. Pretty interesting map, but I was talking to Gypsy after he played, and he said he hates this map just because he can't see anything.
Yeah, and I never played on this map, I will be totally honest, but when I look at it, and I look at it very closely because it was one of the first like this not very known map which we was considering to take, and the options that this like lines are blocking visions are from my perspective very interesting, so that's why we chose it. And let's see. No break. Break after this game.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
So 4-4 is the score, and Gypsy versus Cruzago is now our match. The best Terran out of North America, as Naoken said. Let's see how good will Gypsy play against Cruzago, because Cruzago is also very good Protoss player. I guess he's from Chile.
Yeah, I've played Cruzago a few times on the ladder. He seems to play mass gateway style, even skips arbiters. And I've watched Gypsy play a lot. I think versus Gypsy style, where he also just builds tons of tanks. His macro is really on point. It's going to be really hard for Cruzago to keep up with Gypsy's macro, simply because, you know, the 200-200 Terran army is just flat out better than the 200-200 Protoss army if you don't have arbiters.
Yeah, definitely. And when it comes to the point when you are fighting 200 against 200, Protoss army is just melting against Terran, especially well upgraded army.
Yep, so I'm hoping that Cruzago mixes in arbiters, because if he doesn't, like what I've seen on the ladder, it's going to be ugly for him very quickly. All the fights are going to go terribly for him. But also, like we pointed out, the vision factor could come into play where maybe Mihai or maybe Gypsy is slightly out of position and gets flanked by a ton of Protoss units that he doesn't see coming, and then maybe the entire tank line gets wiped out.
Maybe we should show the entire map, because there are the high grounds and high ground and low ground. So these are all the like cliffs, I would call it. And you don't. This is what Naoken was speaking about. You have no vision out of that cliff. So this is very interesting map, and it can go either way. It can give advantage to a Protoss, but it can also give advantage to a Terran. You just need to use it properly, I believe.
Yeah, and just looking at the bases of Protoss, we're going to have Gateway Cyber build, probably into expansion, and Gypsy going for the standard gasless expand. Everything just normal so far. I think this is Gypsy's preferred build. Like I said, he's a big time macro player, and by doing this build, his macro will be in full gear. Cruzago will have to do something to punish it for sure.
So this is gasless expansion. We are seeing it very, very often. This is new meta right now. This gasless expansion.
Yeah, and I want to point out, remember TT1 just played a few games ago. Remember his command center went down at 20 supply. Gypsy, maybe he's got, okay. Actually, I was gonna say he was trying to build it right. Oh, did he catch that probe?
No, but why did he build the supply depot before the command center?
Well, the thing is now that he got his command center blocked, you're gonna have to build Marines to kill this pylon.
But you can build command center and then fly it into the right location.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he should have just built the command center first. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
look at the
he
command
wasn't
center. It's going
delayed.
down at 17
Yeah, he
instead of
wasn't
20.
delayed too much, so I believe it was pretty fine. And I don't know if this pylon was worthy, but it was always something tricky. I never can count precisely this kind of thing if it's worthy or not.
Yeah, also at the same time, Gypsy hasn't scouted Protoss. And if you can't get your SimCity up with that Rax Depot command center, well, now the Zealot can just run in and start fighting the Marine one-on-one, which is terrible for you. So that's another reason why you want to get the Marine out. And I want to point out we actually have a proxy pylon at the top. That makes me think it's going to be proxy Reaver. And this is a good build versus the Gasless Expand because your factory's so late that a Reaver can actually just kill the bunker, and then you're going to have a flood of Dragoons into the natural very easily.
Oh yeah, but I'm wondering if he can build over here.
Oh, that's right. I don't know the map well enough. Can he build here? Oh, he's moving the probe. Can he not build here?
So that was a pylon for scouting.
Oh my
Good
gosh.
job, Cruzago. good job. Oh, that was pretty funny. I thought it would be robotics. Why he's not making one in the main base?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so clearly both players have not played this map really, but that would have been a great move by Cruzago. He would have punished Gypsy for sure. Oh, that's unfortunate.
And now going for fast expansion will definitely put him in the worst position because Gypsy is already mining from his own natural, where Kura is just started his Nexus. I would like to see maybe another Nexus out of him just to maybe gain some advantage in the later stage.
Yeah, double expand is pretty normal. This Nexus is actually not that late. It's after 3 Dragoons. That's pretty standard. We actually see a fast Citadel for Cruzago. Now, I've been talking about how he likes to play the Mass Gate style. We could actually see 2-base Arbiter here. This SCV is still alive, though. Is he going to scout it?
Oh yeah, I think he'll scout the Citadel of Adun, and this is huge. Cruzago didn't realize even he's not shooting to this SCV, but 2 SCVs are only repairing the bunker. I think that should be like the same amount of SCVs as the Dragoons shooting.
Yeah, but now he's got enough SCVs to repair. Gypsy, I'm looking at his build. We've got 1 factory armory. This is the new Flash style where you just get super fast upgrades. You kind of just survive off the 1 factory into 3 factory into 5 factory, take your side of the map, and then wait for Protoss to make a big attack on you, lose their whole army, and then counterattack.
So this is like a fast plus 2-1 upgrade, I understand, yeah? Not on 2 bases.
This is going to be even faster. The normal 2-1 timing is about 13, 30, 14 minutes. That's when Terran's looking to move out on the map. But this armory, it's going to be done at 5:50. And after the armory completes, it's about 6 minutes to get +2. That means we're going to have an 11-minute, 11:50 or 12-minute +2 timing. That's absolutely absurd.
Yeah. Yeah, but the arbiter timing will be also... I don't know it very well, but I think it will be relatively fast. This is 6 minutes and we already have Stargate done. And I don't know why he's like letting this tank to get more value.
Yeah, this is going to be also a very fast Arbiter. I think the Arbiter Tribunal is about 50 seconds also. That means we're going to have about a 7:15 or so Arbiter started. And once the Arbiter is in production, it's about 3:50 to get recall. And an 11-minute recall, that's pretty damn fast too. So Gypsy's going to have to be playing pretty carefully because I'm looking at the main now. Look how big the main is. Holy crap. How many turrets does he have to build to defend a recall?
Oh yeah. That's
it's literally
big
half the
area to
map.
cover.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, he's going to have to be very careful with turrets and have to be very on top of the recall timing because it is a 2-base Arbiter coming out from Cruzago. Instantly starts it. So yeah, look for recall around 11 minutes. But that's going to be fine for Gypsy because he's not looking to attack at 11 minutes anyways. He's going to be playing defensively. So Cruzago's going to have a very good recall for it to actually deal damage.
Oh, and he's already adding starport, probably because he wants to keep up the upgrades and he wants to have science facility as soon as possible. So, because maybe also for a vessel, because there is so quick arbiter that vessel will be very useful too. Oh, there are 3 vultures which are trying to gain some value, but oh, he will be able. Oh, he's having no mines, so
Yeah, a couple
Oh.
vultures getting. I'm actually shocked it got in, getting a couple probe kills.
yeah, I think this was 3 probes so far. This is something.
Yeah, not bad. Gypsy floating a bit of money here.
And Cruzago probe count is not very high, so every probe matters right now. Yeah, you're right. I think Gypsy should add like maybe 3 factories. I don't know how many factories you should add in this stage, but he definitely have economy to start making more units. Oh, I think he will start 4 factories immediately.
Yeah, there he goes. He's putting them down now. He's got his 3rd command center going. Think he's going to take this mid-left base. That'll be a good spot for him. He can put turrets there. It will help defend recall. He doesn't have to move very far to defend the main or natural. And I think he's going to start expanding to the bottom because, again, that base will also cover a potential recall. So, yeah, I like Gypsy's build right here. Actually, Gypsy somehow is even up in supply. How's that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this very fast Arbiter did slow down Cruzago so much, but
Oh, the top! Look at the top of this vulture! Is it gonna get through? Oh my gosh, it almost through with a mine.
yeah, he caught 2 probes which was being intercepted, but beside that, I think it will take for. Oh, he's. There was a gap. It was so easy, and all the probes will go down probably. Gypsy have too high APM to lose it.
Yeah, so now this 3rd base is shut down. Cruzago's desperately sending Dragoons, but I actually think it's probably just gonna die as soon as it gets up to this pylon. There's 3 mines here. Goodbye, Dragoon.
Oh,
Oh, what?
how did it happen? Oh, but Dragoon can get through. Only Vulture can. This is pretty
Oh
funny.
my gosh.
This Vulture
yeah,
value.
Gypsy's macro is kicking in full gear. Now we've got 7 factories going up. Command center's floating out. He's taking his 3rd base any moment now. I hear the Arbiter. It's out. And it's going to have energy for recall in about 1 minute. I'm looking for it. There it is. Already at 110 energy. And Gypsy, I don't think recognizes how fast this recall is coming because we don't see any turrets at all from him.
But what will he recall? He have like 9 dragoons, 8 dragoons, maybe. Yeah, 9
Yeah,
dragoons and
exactly.
1 zero. This is
His army is
Cold War's
actually
army.
nothing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the recall would be his whole army. Wow. So absolutely nothing here from Cruzago, but at least he Arbiter.
Oh,
If
I
Gypsy
can't believe he's going for it. Oh my
Gypsy
god.
scanned that
what a
army and
strategy.
he's like, what is this? Nothing. He's gonna kill it all.
Yeah, without this recall, I think the Protoss army would be gone now. Because without the stasis, sorry.
Yeah, that was actually a huge stasis from Cruzago, but like you said, there was only 10 Dragoons. Oh man. He's still only on 5 gate? Really, his econ is not... Oh my gosh, actually look at the Nexus in his main. The reason he doesn't have probes are stuck.
Oh, 4
There's 4
probes are...
probes.
Oh my god. I didn't know you can do it.
I didn't either, but yeah. Oh my gosh, imagine if those probes were probably mining for the past 5 minutes. His econ would be way better. That's unfortunate. First the robotics, now the probes. Definitely not Cruzago's game this time.
Oh, he's denying binding. This is definitely something, but and he will force the scan and now probably. Oh, he should escape from that. This is his entire army.
Yeah, it's his whole army. Like, wow, there's just absolutely nothing from Cruzago. Gypsy's still ahead in supply. Still, he's about to have +2. That means he's gonna be attacking pretty soon. Cruzago's got to get some units out, but look at his money. He has no. He's spending all his money really well. Just somehow he just doesn't have any resources.
And now he finally start mining from this 12 o'clock expansion. One Vulture deny mining for 5 minutes out there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but Gypsy macro is incredible. I mean, he
Yeah.
still have some bang, but he's having 2-0. Oh, no 2-0. Oh, 2-0 in few seconds. Ground army against 0-0-0 and almost no army from Protoss.
Yeah, no army for Protoss. Yeah, at least he does have 2 Arbiters, so he does have stasis available. Another Arbiter is in production. But yeah, Gypsy's looking to attack within the next minute, minute and a half. And there's just going to be no way to stop it. Cruzago doesn't have the econ right now. Vultures are going to the top again. Again, the wall is not there.
And the cannons are not ready, so no, he didn't mind for a long time. That's why he don't have money for
Oh my
army.
gosh. I feel bad for Cruzago. Like, everything is going wrong in this game. And now, all of the units went to the top. He's going to lay a huge minefield and then probably just counterattack the Protoss. I don't see how Protoss can stop it.
But the probes will be intercepted by just vultures, so very intelligent play out of Gypsy. He saw that these probes are being evacuated and he immediately sent the vultures over there to intercept them. It was something.
Yeah, and now Gypsy, he's got to be moving out pretty soon. He's kind of misstepped a little bit. The macro's a little off, but still everything's going right for him. He's got his third base. I expect the fourth base any minute now. Yeah, he just has so much control of this game right now. Cruzago hasn't even attempted a recall. I really thought he was going to.
Yeah, he definitely have energy on this Arbiter, yeah. He have both Arbiters available to recall. Oh, sniping the High Templar.
Yeah, I just saw that. So Cruzago's going Arbiter and Templar, and he's really mining off of 2 gas. It's so difficult to do. And then they just have it instantly picked off. But we do have a third Arbiter out for Cruzago. Really, 4 to 6 is the number you want as Protoss. Then you can stasis almost the entire army of Terran. But Gypsy, he's already got a vessel. If he gets off a sick EMP, like we saw versus Dragon yesterday, all those stasises will be wiped out.
Yeah, and Protoss army is very often clumped together, so one EMP can sometimes ruin a Protoss day. I think Gypsy is ready to move out. 2-0 is almost done. He's making 3-0 and 2-1 is almost done. So he will live with almost whole limit of 2-1 Terran scary army.
Yeah, like you said, Gypsy moving out now. It's time. It's 15 minutes. His macro is kicked in. He's got about 9 factories or so. He's hurt Cruzago's economy the whole game. All he really has to do is be careful of these stasis. Remember, Terran doesn't have a lot of vision.
Oh,
there's a stasis.
Oh, on one vessel. Oh, but this was not the Arbiter that he died, I think.
Yeah,
oh, but he's going for counterattack. But
yeah,
look
I
how
like this
small
play.
this
All of
force is.
Gypsy's army is out of position. Oh my gosh, Terran. Oh man, there's so many tanks here, and actually the Dragoons are kind of in the back. What are they doing? Wow, the Zealots just melted. Look at supplies now, 180 to 20.
Yeah, this is
Gypsy just
total
absolutely
distraction.
demolishing Protoss.
Pretty nice stasis, but this was just not enough Protoss army, and now he don't have gateways to rebuild it. I think he's having around 10 gateways overall, so this is definitely not enough to rebuild and fight against 2-1 Terran limit.
Yeah, and now all Gypsy really has to do is just a move across the map. There's not enough production from Cruzago. He's spent, like I said, he's spending his money really well. It's consistently low. The problem is just the probes at the top got denied for so long. He got denied in the main for so long. Now there's just nothing left.
Oh, he's going with a move into the Zealot, but I think he just can't do it with this amount of units.
Yeah, it's gonna be GG any moment now. Nothing left for Cruzago. Oh man, not his game this game.
Very convincing win out of Gypsy, I would say, because we know that Cruzago is very good Protoss player, and Gypsy was playing like a boss against him.
Yeah, like I said, Gypsy's good. If you're playing versus Gypsy, I do not recommend playing a macro game. The idea Cruzago had with that proxy pylon that we are pretty sure was going to be a proxy robo,
Yeah.
I really like that play, but unfortunately the map just does not allow that, I guess.
Yeah, and what will be... Let's check the next map and see what... Yeah, we will have Polaris Rhapsody as a second map being chosen by Cruzago. So this is... Oh, you said it before that this is pretty bad map for Terran versus Protoss. So
Yeah,
that's why he chose it.
Yeah, I think for sure this is the best Protoss versus Terran map in the pool. No third gas for Terran. If you go split map, it's so difficult to defend all the places for recall. Carriers are actually even better than Arbiters on that map, I think. So no shocker to me that Cruzago picked it. And but we'll just have to see what he pulls out. Like I said, I think he likes Mass Gate style, but the fact he went 2-base Arbiter, maybe recently he changed his style up a bit.
Yeah, maybe he did, because I remember him playing in BSL4, and he was playing like this extremely good macro style, and he was like sending limit after limit just to clear Terran without any arbiters. Maybe he added some storms in the longer game, but this was it about tech units.
Yeah, exactly, and that's also my experience versus him.
Okay, Mr. Energan, can we have like 10 minutes of a break, because the time has come and I need to announce something.
All right.
All right, so I will be back in 10 minutes. So boys and girls probably, and all the genders that are here, because someone in the chat was offended because I called everyone boys and girls, and someone asked what about other genders. So okay, boys and girls, we are officially okay. So we have like 3 great news for you. First great news is that BSL 5 is starting on the first day of a new ladder, which will be Tuesday. So it will be today. We have Sunday, and BSL 5 will start on Tuesday. Second good news, BSL 6 will be right after BSL 5. So it means that when we will finish with BSL 5, BSL 6 will start immediately after that. And third good news is that BSL 5 and BSL 6 will be sponsored by Blizzard. So Blizzard gave to us a prize pool to run these 2 tournaments, which is BSL 5 and BSL 6. They also supported us to make our Bombastic Star League web page. If you would like to see, this is Bombastic Star League web page, and this is all thanks to Blizzard. So if you want to yeah, this is our Bombastic Star League web page. So you can already start and already make an account over there. You can already make BSL 5 account on the Battle.net and start practicing from Tuesday. On Tuesday, there should be a ladder reset, and on Tuesday you can start playing. The ladder stage will last from Tuesday to 3rd day of October, if I'm correct. Let me just confirm that. So yeah, so these are 3 good newses. And if you don't know BSL, what are the biggest goals of BSL? First thing is that we would like to support the StarCraft Brood War community, and we are doing it just to give reason to practice for the Gosu players which are here on the scene, and we would like to give them reason to practice, give them reason to play, and encourage them to promote Brood War. And we, as BSL4, because on BSL4 we had an idea that we want to support also the players which are not in the highest level. There was a BSL Chobo League, and we also will run it too. So there will be BSL Pro League and BSL Chobo League. I will show you the format in a minute. So, and of course there will be the same idea. We are focusing on developing the talent of the players outside Korea, so it will be open for anyone outside Korea, and I hope everyone will join and everyone will start participating. You just need to create BSL 5 account. I will show you maybe the rules. This is, you just how can you start playing? You just need to make BSL 5 account, BSL 5 Hatchet, BSL 5 Han. These are examples. You can make BSL 5 your own account. You just need to join our web page, and on our web page you just need to make your own account, sign up, add your account to the web page, and you will be displayed here if you will play one game. So after playing one game, you will be displayed in this ranked. So this is how you should start playing. Just make your account, just log in into our web page, and you can start playing from Tuesday, I believe. And excuse me, the most important thing right now is the format. What will be the format? Because if you are playing ladder stage, to advance to the Pro League, you will have to be top 20 of the ladder stage. Top 20 players from ladder stage will advance to round of 24 of Pro League, and top 21 players to 84 players, 64 players from these positions will advance directly to the Chopo League. And I want to mention that maybe before we'll go a little bit further, BSL 5 and 6, it will be shorter than BSL 4. The players was saying that the format was too long. The Swiss stage for 7 weeks was definitely too long for them. So we shortened that to make like BSL 4 was like 5 months, and I think BSL 5 and BSL 6 will be 6 to 7 months. So this will be a little bit shorter tournaments. But okay, let's go to the format. So top 20 players from the ladder plus top 4 players from previous season of Chopo League will play on round of 24 6 groups. Out of these 6 groups, 12 players will advance. Then we will have BSL Pro League, BSL 4, BSL 4 Pro League top 4 players, Dandy, Koget, Eonzek and Dewold, and they are seeded directly in the round of 16 of BSL 5, and they will join these 12 players who advance from round of 24, and we'll have round of 16 groups. ABCD, 2 groups are advancing, 2 people from 1 group are advancing, then we will have, of course, best of 3 in every group in Pro League, and then best of 5 in the bracket, and finals will be 23rd of December. So from now on we will start the ladder from Tuesday. It will end in 1 month after starting, and every week after it starts on Saturday and on Sunday we will stream Pro League and Chopo League games for you boys and girls, of course, and all the genders. So BSL Chopo League will have a little bit different format, because we will have 8 groups, best of 8 groups and 8 people in 1 groups. 8 people will play all against each other, and top 2 will advance, and further on we will have the same situation like in the Pro League. So this first stage will be 8 people in 1 group, and 2 of them will advance. All of the games will be best of 1, and this will be the further format should be the same. So let me see the chat if you are listening. Oh, it's just a break. We will come back with the NA versus SA in few seconds. Okay, so what's the prize pool? Prize pool for BSL 5 will be $1,000, and prize pool for BSL 6 will be also $1,000. So we will it will be $400 for 1 place, $250 for 2nd place, and so on. You can see it on the screen. You can see it on the web page. So this is the prize money. And what is the map pool? Because we also changed the way how you vote map and the way how you veto maps. So for example, we will have 9 maps. After we will know how new ladder will look like and what will be the maps on new ladder, we will choose 5 maps from the ladder. There will be 2 new maps and 2 old maps. And for example, if you are playing best of 3, you should veto 1 map, one after another. The player who is higher in the ranked should decide if he wants to start veto first or second. So even if you are already seeded into the Pro League round of 24 or round of 16, it's always good to play BSL ladder, because you will be seeded in a higher spot in the map banning system. So if you will ban your maps, then after banning 6 maps, the player probably who is higher will pick first map, the second player will pick the second map, and the remaining map will be the map for the decider match. So I hope it's pretty easy. We wanted to do it just because everyone would know what what is the first map, second map, and third map. And what about donations? Because I know you are asking. This is a tournament which is sponsored by Blizzard. You should like shout out to them, thank to them that they want to support Brood War. They also want to support us on their social medias, and I think this is something. What about the prize pool? Because we have this prize pool, and we also gathered some money for BSL 5 money, and this money will be spent for tournaments like top 16 players in the ladder will. We will make like $100 and $200 tournaments for these players. We will make King of the Hill tournaments, just like we did February with BSL and other tournaments. We will spend this money from donations into this tournament. Continental battles, we can make some kind of cash money into this continental battles. So this is where donation money will go, and this is how we will spend it, because the main tournament, which is BSL 5 and BSL 6, will be sponsored by Blizzard, and I think this is pretty interesting that we established $1,000 tournament for 2 more seasons. We had BSL 4 with some problems. We gained $1,000, and now Blizzard came to us and said that they wanted to make 2 more series, and I think it's good information, and I think pretty interesting tournament is coming, and I hope you like the format, you like the web page, you like the whole idea about BSL 5, BSL 6. Of course, here I should thank to Hatchet, to Han, to everyone who was helping to creating this web page, who was helping to write the code, to make a graphics. Graphics, of course, was made by hand, but there was some kind of intros, there is some kind of production value we have prepared for you, which other people made, and I would like to thank them all, because there is too much of them, and I can't thank everyone right now because it's getting too long, but huge thanks for you, that thanks to you it is possible, and I'm really happy that we are starting, because we was waiting for so long. And I know you wasn't you also was pressuring on us when BSL 5 is started, but we needed to make some to meet the requirements also to run this tournament, and now we got final approval. I think there should be news on Team Liquid also that we are starting BSL 5 soon, so you can start making your accounts, and from Tuesday you can start laddering and play in BSL 5. And I don't know what else can I say. Mr. Hatchet and Mr. Han maybe are in the chat, so they can remind me, but I think I said everything about new season. At least I said everything what I have written on this on this page. Of course, what are the tournament rules? The tournament rules are when you will click on the about on our web page. But of course, the main tournament rule, which is unwritten right here, is the main rule out of BSL 4, which is 0 is always right. So you should remember that. So okay, all you need to do is make BSL 5 account, BSL 5 prefix account, start playing from Tuesday, and join our Discord channel, sign up to the page, and have fun with Brood War. Thank you very much for everything. Because I think it's also possible, it is possible thanks to you, because you are watching, you are interested in BSL, and I'm very happy that we are able to start the new season finally after a few months of a break. So this is what I wanted to announce. Thank you very much, and let's go to the North America versus South America, I guess. Okay, and please give us feedback. Please, if you will be on Blizzard webpage, please let them know that they did a good thing, that they supported Brood War, they supported Remaster, and that they supported Bombastic Star League. So I don't know what else to say. Probably you will have some questions, so we will try to answer them with Hatchet and with Han. I don't know if there are any questions, so we should go on with the North America versus South America. Please ask us question on Team Liquid. We will post it also on Twitter. We have our Bombastic Star League Twitter started. And this is our Twitter, so we will try to answer all your questions. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Naoken. Excuse me that it takes so much time.
No problem. That's a sick announcement. Like I said, I've been looking forward to BSL, actually being a player and also casting it. So that's pretty hype, man, especially getting Blizzard behind it. That's really damn cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good news for Brood War overall, for the whole scene, that Brood War, that Blizzard is interested in our scene and is supporting it, and this is good news from my perspective.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. I'll have to check out that Team Liquid thread coming out and your website for details, because definitely playing in it looked so fun last season. Yeah, really, really hyped for this. Okay,
so I'm happy that we get through this announcement, and now I think we can go to the game number. Or maybe we can make like 5 minutes break, because I think we are streaming for 3.5 hours. So we will make 5 minutes break, and after this 5 minutes, we will go on with another game, Cruzago versus Gypsy. Thank you for
sounds good.
doing.
I rode a gray horse, they call it gray man in gray tail, green stripe on her back, gray mane in gray tail, green stripe on her back, and what now that be what was called black. She stood so still, she threw me to the dirt. She bruised my heart and bruised my shirt. From stirrup to saddle, I mounted again. And on my 10 toes, I rode over the plain. And not a one town, not a soul would look out. Not a soul would look out. Not a soul would look down. Not a soul would look out. Not a soul would look down. You show me the way to not a one town. King and the queen and the company more. I'm marching behind and I'm marching before. Come the star naked drummer, a beating the drum. With his hands in his pocket, I'm marching along. We ride up to, they're not in them town. Not a soul would look up, not a soul would look down. Not a soul would look up, not a soul would look down. You show me the way.
No, zaraz jem. Okay, boys, I forgot to announce one thing. The groups will be drawn by Karolcia, of course, so you don't have to be worried that there will be some sold places. So Karolcia is here and she is happy that she will draw the group. I think the draw group will be... Oh, she didn't lose her job, yeah, she's saying. Yeah, so the group draw will be probably on Sunday, 4th of November. So this is how long we have planned. So from Sunday and from November 10, 11, 17, 18, 24, 25 and December 1st, 2nd, 8, 9 and 15, 16 will be BSL streams. So hope you're happy. And I hope players are happy. No chodź Karolcia, bo tu stream za bardzo się potrzebuje. Okay, Mr. Nerian, sorry for such a long delay.
No problem.
Okay, so I think we can go for the next game. Okay,
Yeah.
I need to bite. Great cupcake. Finally, after running BSL 5, I deserve for a cake.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a lot of work. But for you, we are done. Mm, 4-4.
A ile jeszcze par?
Jeszcze 2 mecze.
2 pary czy 2 mecze?
Jeden mecz do końca i druga para. Yeah, and about casters, of course we will allow other casters to stream BSL Chobo. So if you want, you should write to us and you will probably have chance to stream BSL Chobo League. I don't know if Mr. Vincent will be into it, but he will probably need another caster if he will go into it, and we can split it like in BSL 4 to give 1 day for each player to cast, so it will be the same idea with BSL Chobo, so I think it will be fine. Okay, I was so stressed out. I didn't know how you will react into that, like, but I think like compared to BSL 4, which was so long, it will be shorter and we will have like 2 tournaments almost in same time, maybe a little bit longer period of time, but there will be much. It's already all organized, so we just need to deliver it. So Mr. Nayoken, the game is Q5-5.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Kicks, Karolcia was saying the same thing to me. It will be fine, but yeah, I need to announce it. I wanted to say everything at once, so yeah. Okay, it's done, so... And I did it without alcohol, so... Okay, are we ready to start game number 2 between Cruzago and Inca?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so let's go. North America versus South America. Ninth match. The score is 4-4 already, so we are very close to decide who will be the better continent and what continent does have better players.
Yeah, and again, just like in the EU match, Whoever wins this is going to have the 5-4 lead, and then it could go either way, or there could be a tie. It's getting really down to the wire, so excited to see if Gypsy can close it out for NA, of course. But it's going to be a tough map because it's Polaris, and yeah, Cruzago is a good macro player, Gypsy also a good macro player, but he will fall off the longer the game goes.
Yeah, and you said before that Polaris Rhapsody is advantage and giving advantage to the Protoss, so I'm wondering what Gypsy will do, because previously you said that it's pretty common to make some kind of starport drop just to like make something different than macro style, because it's not as effective over here. Let's see what Gypsy will do over because he's practicing with Mr. Nyoken, so I expect him to make maybe some kind of dropship.
Yeah. Gypsy used to be a Zerg player, and I suggested to him that he'd pick Terran just because when I watch him play, I think the way he screens switches and macros would benefit him a lot. So actually, he plays very similar to me. And I base all my play off of Last and Flash. I'm big time believers in their style. So we have similar styles. And I actually think that we're going to have a similar game to what we saw from Dandy. Maybe a starport. I think Gypsy might actually skip the starport, just go straight 5-fact, 6-fact on this map. But yeah, big macro play from him. I do not expect to see a third base from him. I really do think it will be the 5-fact or 6-fact style.
So 5-fact or 5 or 6-fact just go into macro and try to crash the Protoss around like 10-11 minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to let Protoss get to that 14-minute mark where they've got multiple arbiters, multiple stasis. It's going to be so difficult for Terran. And in this game, we've got Gypsy actually going for 12 gas. And this is kind of surprising to me because, well, no, it's not. The low ground on Polaris Rhapsody is actually kind of difficult to set up a good Sim City. And also, you actually get proxy gated on here quite a bit. And you don't want to have a low ground base when you know you're going to get proxy gated. So I like Gypsy's opener.
So it's not a very good map to start with gasless expansion, right? As a Terran.
Yeah, like I said, you get proxied so much. You can even get proxied in your main. I've had that happen a few times, but they can proxy to the right of where the probe is right now, at the bottom of the map. So many places to get proxied. I've even been proxied right where the probe is right now, a little higher. So yeah, proxy is very, very common on here.
Yeah, and Cruzago is starting very, very normally. He's going for the range upgrade. He's building one Dragoon. I'm wondering if he will make expansion just after this Dragoon, but I think after seeing that this is not gasless expansion, he will be producing Dragoons all over with this one gateway at least.
Now we do have this probe on the mid right. It is a bit hidden. And like I said, Cruzago, in my experience, was just a big gateway player. Gypsy might also have that same feeling about Cruzago, and this might be actually a proxy robo, but actually the probe's moving, so maybe it's not. But I actually think I would have liked the proxy robo here because, like I said, I think Gypsy expects gateways, and a Reaver would just throw a wrench into Gypsy's build. Oh, actually, we do have an in-base robo. So if you guys have been watching KSL, this build has actually been making a big comeback. Instead of seeing one-base DTs like Terrans expect every time, we're actually going to see a one-base Reaver here.
And this is pretty weird from Gypsy because he went for the Vulture instead of add-on to the factories. So he will have really hard time to defend against this one Dragoon. And I don't know what this Vulture will do because he will not have any mines or so he will just be pure DPS unit.
Well, sometimes, so Gypsy's SCV was alive, and a lot of the times the Protoss players will want to deny the scouting from the SCV. And when Protoss players want to deny the scouting, that means the Dragoon is not going to attack you. So what Terran can do is they build a Vulture. Protoss does not expect a Vulture to be out. If the Dragoon ever gets out of position and Terran knows it, they just run into your base and just start killing probes. That's the purpose of it.
Yeah, and on that stage of the game, if he would kill like 3 or 4 probes, that would be ridiculous damage, and that would be incredible value. So yeah, maybe this have some like some purpose to do it. And
Yeah, and actually, I want to point out that after the Vulture was seen, look at Cruzago's build. We have the Observatory done. I think Cruzago is now kind of confused about the Vulture. He might think it's actually a oh, well, the command center's here. I was going to say maybe he thinks it's a two-fact, because really, one base gate observer, that's really not a great build versus a fast command center like this.
Yeah, it was a good build like 5 years ago maybe that Protosser was playing that this fast observer into like 3 expansions probably, but right now he's going for very fast Citadel of Aduna, so it might be again very fast Arbiter from Cruzago. So we was thinking that he is a pure macro player and he's going for Arbiter second game in a row.
Yeah, and like you said, it's going to be another Arbiter build, and I want to point out a little small difference in Gypsy's build. Last game we had a completed 550 armory. This time it's going to be about a 620 armory. That means your +1 is going to finish around the 10-minute mark. And that's about the time when Terran's looking to attack on 5-fact or 6-fact. And because it's Polaris, I think that would be a really slick timing for him. But it is 2-base Arbiter. And again, 2-base Arbiter is a great build to stop timing attacks.
Yeah, and 5 SCVs are not mining in Gypsy Natural, so this is pretty important thing just to repair it, because his economy is hurting a lot because of that. Probably he's busy putting mines in the map. I really like this mine. They are giving him vision and knowledge if Cruza is going for some kind of fast third expansion.
Yeah, I love these mines. Even if you don't expect them to hit anything, just having the vision is great. Sometimes a shuttle will run over top of them, and then you can respond to it immediately. Very nice mine placement. Of course, it is also denying the Nexus from going down if Cruzago decides to expand. So very smart play from Gypsy. He has his second factory going. I'm expecting him to put... Oh, actually, he's going for a starport. So he's going to be putting down a little bit of harassment here, and then most likely follow up with 3 or 4 more factories.
And I really like the position of Gypsy right now, because he got quicker expansion than Cruza. Of course, he delayed some mining with this first Dragoon because of lack of tanks, but overall, his position he's pretty safe. He have 4 tanks, he have siege mode, and now Cruzago is... Oh, this is just a speed for Citadel of Aduna. This is no Arbiter, this is pure macro, as we expected.
Yeah, so this is just going to be a huge bust, and look at Gypsy. He's only got 2 factories. If he doesn't scout this coming, he could easily get run over. It's not like he has a great SimCity here. I personally like putting the a depot at the bridge and then combine it with a barracks that completes a full wall. Zealots would not be able to flood in here. Anything to limit the surface area of the Zealots would be great, because there's really no support for these tanks. We have 4 tanks, 2 vultures. If the Zealots get on top of the tanks, they're just going to get blown up.
Yeah, and this is the moment when Gypsy wants to produce every time he's producing something in the factory, he wants to produce tanks. So he will not have vultures, as you said, and there will be no support for the speed lots. Of course, there will be like 5 gateways, not the biggest gateway count, but it might definitely surprise Gypsy.
Yeah, and I heard a couple scans go off. Gypsy is probably really confused. He knows that this is done. He's probably looking for the Archive, he's looking for the Stargate, but there is none. I don't think he expects this, but he might. I don't see a lot of vultures coming out. He really does need to get a ton of mines out. Look, he's building a turret in front of his base. Maybe he does think it is some type of bust.
Yeah, maybe he does. The tanks are already siege moded, and he's having 3 factories. He's building vultures, so maybe he will be prepared, because it looks like Cruzago is not attacking, and I think the timing has come, I would say, because the speed lot is already done. He have 4 zealots in the shuttle. What else he can wait for?
Yeah, Cruzago is moving his Dragoons into position. Like you said, I'm kind of surprised Cruzago didn't attack. It really does look like it's going to be a timing attack. Okay, there he goes right now. But look at the supplies for Gypsy, 90 to 110. That's not bad. He's got a lot of mines set up. He's got a lot of turrets. The shuttle's going to have to be very careful if they want to drop on 2 the tanks and these turrets, even if they don't kill the shuttle, they're going to mess up the Dragoon AI quite a bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because they will start to shoot turret first.
Yeah, okay. Gypsy definitely knows something up. This third base should have been completed. He scanned a lot of gateways, and now the army's not here at Cruzago's base. Where else could it be? There's also no gas at the natural. So if I'm Gypsy, I'm spamming a ton of depots all over the place just to get any sort of wall up.
And beautiful run by of the Vultures. He killed like 6-7 probes. He's still killing more. So this is something which he's doing in the meantime. In the same time, he is trying to hold on. There is so many tanks. I don't think that Cruzago will be able to bust it. Maybe the shuttle drop. All the speed loads are connecting with the tanks. Maybe he will clear some of it. Oh, it's already on top of the tanks. So really dangerous bust.
But the army of Cruzago's fizzling out. Only 6 Dragoons remain, and there's an equal amount of tanks. And this rally from Cruzago, his Zealots are kind of just stuck on mid-left. They were not able to reinforce. Gypsy holds this attack, and now Cruzago's in a terrible position. Gypsy's +1 has kicked in. He's got his 5 factories up. He's got his vessel going. Oh, man.
And look at the supplies. There is already advantage for Gypsy, and I really like that he immediately unsieged and was chasing these Dragoons. He understood that.
And now, actually, Gypsy is just going to take a third base because he knows that was a big commitment from the Protoss player. He's in a phenomenal position. It wasn't like he has to worry about Arbiters right now because he scanned. There was no Archive, no Stargate, no nothing. He just basically needs to just build more units, and because he's got a fast science facility, he actually has +2 going. Wow, his +2 is almost done already.
Oh my god, that's right, and he already have a vessel tech, but he don't need it because there will be no... Or maybe he will need it for Dark Templars because Templar Hives is on the way, and Cruzago will try to attack probably one more time, but his position is not the best. And look at this Nexus position, maybe it's good? I don't know. In the third base. I think the mine messed up the position.
Oh yeah, it actually did. Wow, that one mine doing a lot of damage. And Cruzago, he's got to make something happen. If Gypsy gets his third base, he's going to have +2. He's going to insta-max. We don't even have the Arbiter Tribunal yet. Stargate just started. Gypsy's going to max super fast. Wow, look at his factory count. Up to 8 now. Even if they're just pure Vultures, his army is so scary. In that fight that we just had, he only lost 3 tanks, so the tank count is actually still really high.
Yeah, and Vultures with +2 attack upgrade are very dangerous, especially that Cruzago will... The only weapon against tanks will be Zealots, and Vulture will take care of the Zealots very easily.
Yeah, I think Gypsy probably waiting for maybe 1 or 2 rounds of production, get mines out on the map, and then it's going to be go time. He's got his +2, he's got his vessel. I'm not sure if he has EMP, but if he has EMP, and EMP is just a clump of units, you're going to see Protoss units die so fast you won't even know what happened.
Yeah, that's true. If you will, like as you said, if you will EMP 24 Dragoons, it's 2,400, around 2,000 HP, which one vessel can kill with one spell. It's much more than one storm probably.
Oh, and Cruzago's out in the middle of the map. I guess he's trying to stall the push, but there's just so much from Gypsy. There's no way Cruzago can fight this. He really needs something like Storm, and as I look at the natural, he does have quite a few Templars. He's going to need some 6 Storms. I'm looking for a shuttle. Do we have a shuttle? But he could definitely turn the tide if he has some sick Storm drops.
Oh yeah, definitely. If he will pull some good Storms, he still got a shot, but now the advantage is definitely on Gypsy side. He don't have that big supply advantage, but I think the Protoss should have the supply advantage. Oh, he will snipe! Oh, I thought he will snipe the High Templars. And
yeah, I'm looking at this vessel. I guess we don't have EMP, but there's the first Storm, a pretty good one. But the units from Protoss are just fizzling out. We have almost nothing left here. The tank line is so big.
It's just too much of a Terran.
Yeah, and now almost the entire Gateway army got wiped out. Gypsy is on top of the big platform. If he can get all the way to the very edge, he'll be able to shoot down the third, shoot down reinforcements coming in, and he's rallying even more Vultures across the map.
Yeah, and you are right, Gypsy is very good in macro game, and you don't want to play against him macro game because now he's floating more and more units, he's constantly producing units in his factories, and he's out macroing the Cruzago. Really nice Zealot drop on top of the tanks, but there was just too much Terran forces.
Yeah, after that missed attack from Kuzago, really not much you really committed to that. Nothing behind it, no Arbiters, no Templar. Just unfortunate for him. But Gypsy playing like a god, really hitting his macro, hitting +2, just stomping the Protoss.
So we are having 5-4 score for North America, if I'm correct.
Yeah, 5-4. And now it comes down to me.
Yeah.
Will NA win or will we tie?
So we should like make the how happy Nyoken is test, and then we will know. So okay, but we can go directly to the game, and we will see what will be the. Of course, the matchup is the best. We save the best. The best for you at the end. It's like the good host is saving the good wine for the end of the party. Then we are keeping like the best matchup for the end. So this will be Terran versus Terran. Of course, Nyoken Super Gosu Terran from USA, but I don't know a lot about Fly Mio. Is he some kind of Gosu or just a regular good Terran? Did you know him before you played against him?
I didn't know him. I didn't know who I was going to play because Dynot I was supposed to play Dynot, and then he couldn't play. And then Ultra actually held a tournament last night between a few people to see who was going to play me, and Fly Mio won. I guess that means he's a pretty good Terran. I actually looked him up on Starlog because I had never heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is pretty decent. So should be a fun match.
Okay, so Crown and Scepter, Scepter, right?
Yes, Scepter.
Scepter. Okay, so Nyoken can teach me English also, so it would be really good for me to stream with Mr. Nyoken. Okay, so we are ready to start the last probably decider match of the North America versus South America. This is 5-4 for North America, and if North America will win, they will be the Continental World Champions probably, because they already won with Europe.
Yeah, I want to point out this map again. I don't know if you showed it yesterday, but now that I know about this reveal entire map button, the mineral onlys at the top middle and bottom right. What is that? I actually like this map. It looks like Fighting Spirit, but I'm confused by this.
Yeah, this is like pretty unbalanced. It looks like that there are minerals only on one side of the map, but I don't understand why it's there.
I think I would actually like it if the map maker would just add these mineral onlys to the side bases, the other side of the map. This would be a pretty cool map. And I was actually thinking about this earlier. Has there ever been a map where there are mineral onlys, but has there ever been a base that's a gas only? I was thinking, what if I know this is so similar to Fighting Spirit. People will say like, well, if it's so similar to Fighting Spirit, why don't we just play Fighting Spirit? But what if you changed these mineral onlys to like literally a gas only? All you do is mine gas there.
Oh,
That's an
it will
idea,
be interesting.
maybe.
And we would see hidden expansion in ZVZ maybe. Oh, it's in the middle, but yeah, it will be definitely interesting. Especially if Protoss would get this gas against Zerg, he would have possibility to make out of High Templars and Archons. So yeah, it is definitely an idea. And if you would have to put assimilators or gas, how does it called, Vespin geysers, then you should put it 4 of them, not only 2. I think.
Yeah. So I can talk a little bit about my build. I played Flash, the real Flash, about a month and a half ago.
Oh.
And I got crushed. But the build he used was, I used to actually play 1 factory, 1 starport. That was my favorite build. And what he did was he went 1 factory, expand into starport. So that's what I end up going here. It's a very versatile build. And I felt like, I talked about this earlier, that in my experience versus a lot of South American players, pretty aggressive, and I felt like if I just play a safe build,
Yeah.
get my econ going, then I'll be in a good spot. On top of it, by getting this Wraith, you don't have to actually deal damage with it. You can just fly into their base, scout what they're doing, and evaluate how you want to respond.
So you are able to make factory, then expansion, and then starport after that, and you are safe almost against everything if you have correct scouting, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of vulnerable early to vulture attacks, Goliath, like a Goliath drop, or like 2-port Wraith. You're kind of vulnerable there, so you have to be kind of careful. You have to play pretty defensive. But that was my idea going into it, was just play defensive. And right now I'm scouting the left side. I see bottom, he's not bottom left, and I'm already not happy about it because, as we talked about, there's extra minerals on the right side of the map. If it goes into the late game, he's just flat out going to have more money than me.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was already not happy.
Oh, and now I realize that I wouldn't be happy against the Terran if it would be the map split situation on this map.
Yeah,
Also.
so as you see, we got Fly Mio. He's going for 2-fact. Of course, I don't know what he's doing. I still haven't scouted him yet, but I had a good feeling that it was probably going to be aggressive. He's got 1 Marine. When I see him floating this Rax, well, I guess I'll wait for myself to see it, but yeah, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Sorry.
Yeah, but you are seeing that the barracks. But what can you read after seeing the barracks? Because this is pretty normal that the barracks are floating, right?
Yes. Yeah, so we see the Vulture, we see the Marine. I have my command center down. Instantly, I put down a bunker because if he was going to tank push me, he wouldn't have built this Vulture. So I feel like right now, it's either going to be a Vulture all in, or it's going to be 2-port, or something like that. So I immediately get the bunker. I don't want to die to rallied Vultures. I actually kill his Vulture. That's an
Yeah, that was
good
really
thing.
something, because you cut it and you was able to oh, very nice scouting with the Vulture, and now you see that you are facing 2 factories, probably Vultures right now, right?
Yeah, now I see it. So now I know exactly what's coming. I have my SCV already in position. I instantly built a depot, and I'm thinking about building a barracks to complete this wall, because Vultures are not going to kill a bunker. And my command center's already done. He hasn't even started his. So really, I know that if I just live here, it's going to be so difficult for me to just lose this game. On top of it, I'm building tanks to begin with. My tank count is even going to be higher. But this barracks I
perfect
put down
position.
was so close.
Yeah, because he would like to skip your bunker and just go to your main base, and this barracks like help you a lot, I think.
Yeah, I actually got really lucky to put it down right there. He easily could have gotten by, but my tank is out. I would have just held position on the ramp if he had gotten in. But now I feel like I'm in just like a phenomenal spot. I have my factory. You know, I still have the barracks floating in his base, but now this 1 Wraith, if it wasn't there, well, I can pick off his barracks. I can go kill his SCV at the natural if it's building a command center. And actually killing this barracks in the early game when you're facing a build like this from Fly Mio,
Yeah.
a lot of Terran players, when they know they're going to lose their barracks, they just spam a bunch of factories immediately because they don't want to have to wait to build factories because they might get contained because their unit count is too low. But when you do that, that opens you up for a few minutes where your tank count is going to be extremely low, and I can set up a huge contain on you, and then you're kind of screwed.
And he would probably have to skip his command center in the same time, so it would be probably also
Yeah,
very...
he would have to skip something. Either he's going to have to skip units, or he's going to have to skip his command center. If he skips units, I set up a contain. If he skips his command center, well, I'm just going to win because my economy is so much bigger. It's really a bad scenario when you lose your barracks this fast. Yeah, now that my barracks has been pushed out, I'm just taking this Wraith, see what's going on. Terrans, a lot of the time when they're behind, they'll try and double expand to get back into the game. Terrans are so hard to bust when they have big tank lines that if you can hide a base, you can definitely get back into the game very quickly.
Oh, so that's why the right can be used as a Corsair in PvZ, just for scouting purposes, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can think of it exactly as a Corsair, but it can actually kill SCVs if there's no defense.
Oh yeah. That's definitely something, and 3 factories are coming from you, Mr. Nayoken, against 2. So right now you already have the advantage in the tanks. So and this barracks you started helped you because you was able to rebuild it much quicker.
Yeah, I didn't have to worry about spamming a bunch of factories because my second factory is already done. And now, right now, all I'm thinking about is getting into a good spot with my tanks where I don't get contained. I know he was on 2 factories for a long time. I'm only on 1. He could have contained me, but luckily for me, he hasn't gotten into position yet. I don't think he has. I'm not sure if he has siege mode, but really all you're looking to do is set up your own tank line, don't get contained, take the map, and if you can, draw the other Terran out of position so you can contain them.
And I think this like 2 entrances like giving some more openings in TVT because there are 2 ways of entering the third base of your opponent. So this map, I think it's a little bit different than Fighting Spirit in TVT, right? Or it's like completely the same?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but it's pretty similar. Like you said, there are 2 openings. You do have to, if you're going to contain someone, you do have to make a slightly bigger contain. But overall, the map layout is very, very similar. And right now that I have a huge tank count, what Flash did to me and what lost me the game was what he did a 4 Vulture drop. I unsieged all of my tanks and I went back into my main and he scanned to see if I unsieged. And once he noticed all my tanks were out of position, he just set up a massive contain on me. And once you get contained as Terran, it's so hard to break out of, especially since I have a Wraith for vision and he does not.
Yeah, so that was very smart play. He like used 4 vultures. Oh, that's why you are making this 4 vultures drop. Oh, and he's doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So now you're gonna see me unsiege. I'm gonna go move into position, and look at all of his tanks. They're all back into his main. I'm gonna set up contain on him.
Oh, I don't know how these tanks did survive it.
Yeah, now that I have a huge contain, or coming for a huge contain, I'm gonna be in a very favorable position. You see, I've scanned to make sure that there's nothing there.
Yeah, you can kill these 2 tanks easily.
Yeah. Now I have 6 tanks here. I actually pushed a little far. You don't need to push this far because now he would actually have a concave on me, but I should have set up a little bit farther behind, but now he's in a very difficult spot. How does he ever get out? Well, that's one way. I miss rally tanks. That's how you get out.
Yeah, but he's having like 5 tanks against 5, but you are in much better position, so I think he should use USTVs right now,
I'm looking
right?
for my Wraith. I don't know where it went, but I should have kept it alive, and then that would have allowed me to have vision, because right now he's got a lot of vision with his eBay, but he's going in with a lot of SCVs. This is exactly what you need to do when you get contained, because if the tank count gets up to 10 or so, you're never getting out.
Yeah, so that was pretty good decision from Flamio. Overall, I think he's really playing relatively well. So far, he just got tweaked with this vulture drop. And you are already mining from third base, so this allows you to make the economical advantage, and this is huge, especially in mirror matchup where every minerals matters.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the supplies. I'm already up 30 supply, but actually when he busted out, I was really worried because he's got a lot of tanks left over, and my tank count is, well, it's similar, but it's not in a great position like he's trying to get into right now.
Yeah, but the value out of these 2 tanks is incredible. He will have tanks over here.
Yeah, I got massive value out of those tanks, and now he's in a weird position now where I'm pulling and look, he's just so far behind. I already have a third base. It's not the spot you want to be in as a Terran.
Yeah, and 5 factories, 3 machine shops, so I think it's normal in TVT, right? Because you can support 3 machine shops from 2 bases.
Yeah, and I even have the third gas. Yeah, he just leaves. He knows he's so far behind that it's going to be so difficult to come back. And I have a third base.
So, 1-0 for Mr. Nayoken.
Yeah, but obviously I got very lucky with that Vulture Scout. And I got very lucky to put that barracks down. It could have. Imagine if those vultures get in. You know, I had already transferred SCVs. I would have lost a lot of them there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if he had mines or not, but he could have done a lot of damage for sure. It was just a lucky scout for me.
Yeah, that was something, but this was very good reaction to make barracks in this position, and this like he didn't achieve with, he spent so much money on these vultures, but he didn't achieve nothing with it. He did achieve nothing.
Yeah, and when you're Terran, if you don't get something done when you do something like that, you're just so far behind. Like that's one of the reasons I don't really like dropship play a lot from Terran. Sure, we've seen some great dropship play today, but if Protoss just plays defensively like DeWalt does, your drop gets shut down really hard, and then Protoss explodes. So yeah, once you're behind as Terran, it's hard to come back. But at the same time, you know, it's also it's hard to kill the Terran because they have such powerful units in the Vulture, the Mine, and the Tank.
Yeah, sometimes we can see that if Terran have like 130 limit and other Terran have 200 limit, he can't kill him because he's so well contained that it would be disaster to attack into well sieged up tank line.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, are we ready for game number 2?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The map will be Neo Medusa, and we are already starting this. This is the last match, Nyoken versus Flamio, and Nyoken is leading 1-0. So if Nyoken will win, the North America will have 6-4 victory against South America. If Flamio will win, we will have the third match, and overall if Flamio will win the whole match, we will have 5-5 score and we will have a tie.
Yeah, so very close series. We'll have to see if it goes 6-4 or 5-5. And Flamio, just like we've seen in a few of the replays, he wanted Fighting Spirit, but I told him it's not in the map pool, and I was like, yeah, we can't play Fighting Spirit. So I went through the list. He picked Medusa. As soon as he picked this, I talked about how I figured he was kind of aggressive.
Yeah.
I felt like he might go 2-fact or something and siege up that temple. And then I talked about earlier where it's difficult to defend as a Terran because you got to be in one place to defend the temple, and you got to be in another if they swoop around. So I was expecting him to either do that or a Goliath drop on here, just because I felt like this guy was definitely an aggressive player.
So to prevent this temple from being killed, you just need to have like to contain him, right?
Yeah. To defend the temple, of course, you just have to have tanks there. But the thing is he's in a better position where, let's say we have 3 tanks, both of us, and he kills the temple. Well, I have to leave all my tanks there to defend his tanks.
Yeah.
And then if he unsieges and moves to my natural, I have to go all the way back into my main to get back to the natural to defend there. So it's easier for him to get into a great position after killing the temples than it is for me to get back into position to defend it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty like how can you say, like smart way how our thoughts are going, way of thinking and understanding of a game. So in the last, like yesterday you was able to predict so many builds, so I expect that here it might happen again.
Yeah, that's, like I said, that's what I was expecting. So I actually go for 12 gas here. I get unlucky and scout bottom left, don't know what he's doing. This game he does go for a 12 gas also, but unlike the last game, there's no ramp here, so he can't build 1 marine and just leave it there to deny my scout. Oh, like we talked about earlier in the tie 2 game, my SCV also glitched out, and I was not happy about this because I really thought this guy was aggressive, and I was like, I need to scout this guy ASAP. I do not want to lose because my SCV glitched on a tempo, and I don't know what this guy is doing. And you can see I actually have a depot behind my mineral line. I was going to start spreading them all over the place so I could find out exactly where if he goes for a drop, I'll see it coming in.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. This is the thing, like what Protoss are doing with the pylons in PvT, and you can also do it with supply depots, and it's worked the same.
Yeah, exactly.
And mining glass with only one STV is because you want to make this expansion the same build as Flash did, yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this game, I end up doing the same build because I feel like it's just going to be so important to know what this person is doing. And one fact, one starport is a pretty safe build, very versatile. After you know what the Terran's doing, you can react accordingly. And I want to point out here, my SCV died to these 3 Marines. And last game, remember, this guy made 1 Marine, okay? He went 1 Marine. As soon as I saw 3, normally you would build a command center.
But now
But
insta
I saw
bunker.
3, and I'm like, bunker. This guy's 100% attacking me with 3 or 4 Marines and a Vulture. So I build the bunker before the command center because I know it's coming.
Yeah, definitely. This is not normal to have 3 Marines at that stage of overall. To have 3 Marines in TVT, it's not very normal. And he would win probably with 4 Marines and 1 Vulture against your Vulture and 2 Marines. So this was really good read.
Yeah, and now that on top of it, I saw it, and on top of it, he's not attacking my barracks the whole time. I know that my barracks can get into his base. Now all I'm really worried about is it 2-port Wraith? Because if it's 2-port Wraith, I only have 1 starport. I'm pretty confident that it's not tanks anymore because we already saw the Vulture. Pretty confident it's not Goliath because he wouldn't really be doing this attack if he was going Goliath. So now really all I'm worried about is 2-port Wraith, but of course I'm not sure exactly what this guy is doing.
So against 2-port Wraith, you are just adding the armory and making Goliaths from 1 factory, right?
Yeah, so you can make the armory, you can make the eBay. I went 2 starports this time because I'm in here and I see something is building, but I don't see cloak. And I'm just so confused at what's going on that I thought it might be race. I thought it might be drops. And I felt like, okay, well, maybe race would be better because then I can pick off the dropship. That's what I end up doing. I think I was building an eBay right there and I cancel it to get the 2nd starport.
And you already have expansion. This is excellent beat. He have his expansion, halfway done. This is definitely better than in a previous game for him, but still, this is huge advantage by this opening.
Yeah, the opening is pretty nice. I like it a lot. And by a lot, I mean I do it every game because I really am not a fan of like mass Vulture games, which is what you actually play against a lot when you play Terran vs. Terran. I'm really okay with going the long game tank Wraith where it's all about positioning instead of about who has the most Vultures and most mines. So when you play this style, it forces the other Terran to actually play like that also. They can't just lay 100 mines because whenever you push out, eventually your tank count's going to be so huge.
But yeah, Academy right now, and you're not showing the rides because you want to cut his own ride when he will fly your base, right?
Yeah, because I don't know if it's 2-port Wraith. I don't want to suicide into 2-port Wraith. And I have a depot going down here. Again, I'm trying to find where's that Wraith. And I actually saw the Wraith here, and I was coming in to pick it off. I think I moved my Wraith any moment now, but I have 2 of them, so I know I'm going to be able to kill it for sure. I'm looking for it. Can't find it, and I'm confused. I actually thought he turned around, and I thought we were actually just playing a macro game.
Oh.
But then I actually catch this right here, and I'm like, oh, you dirty Terran.
And this is excellent catch, and also the dropship should die, right? No, the 4 Marines are here.
Yeah, I can't fight 4 Marines with 2 Wraiths yet, but I have double starport going. I'm going to get my Wraith count up. And now, how does he reinforce this? I know for 100% he doesn't have an armory. He can't build a Goliath. It will never get up here. I can literally just kill this army with pure Wraith if I want. But one of the difficulties in Terran vs. Terran is you see his tank. It's in a vertical line, mine's horizontally, and I can get both of my shots off and just kill this tank immediately.
This is also you have bigger vision than him.
Yeah, and I have vision.
Oh, and the raids can help when an upgraded tank will shot the other tank twice. You can just finish him with 2 shots of the raid, right? So this is also pretty good value out of raids.
Yeah, now of course I have 2-port Wraith. I'm pretty sure he knows I have 2-port Wraith. Now it's just a matter of, does he have an armory? Does he have an account? Does he have an eBay? Because if he has any of that, I'm not going to be able to deal damage with these Wraiths, but he's not going to be able to attack me, which means I'm going to be able to get into a great position with my tanks. You see my tanks moving out right now. And I just get
Yeah.
into a spot where I'm going to kill the temples, and now he's got to decide, okay, is he going to push the natural or is he going to run behind my base? Because if he guesses wrong, I'm going to get there faster than he is.
Yeah, definitely. That's really smart. Oh, he's also trying to secure the temple, but you can kill it anyway. And this raid value is incredible because these SCVs are not mining at all. Oh, and also these two tanks might die. The limit is very close. This is still, like, I would say anyone's game, but you have better unit composition, so he's still like on the defense all the time.
Yeah, I got supply block forever at 52 is a big miss from me. But one thing is that my barracks died. So actually if he was to survive here, my factory count's gonna be very low. But now look, I scanned, he has all of his tanks at the natural. So now I know I just go behind his mineral line and he's either gonna have to move his tanks back or he's gonna give up his natural. And I scan again and now I see him move forward. So now I know it's just a base trade and literally all I have to do is just, use my race, get up tanks at my main. And also keep in mind, I have Cloak Wraith, and I know that he has no comm stats.
Yeah,
so
he has no
how's he ever
scan,
gonna
so
kill?
how can he heal the rights? It's impossible when he will be out of energy, maybe. Oh, no GG even. Mad player. So
Yeah.
GG, 2-0 Mr. Nayoken, and overall score 6-4 for North America. So huge congratulations again, 6-4 win against other continent. Congratulations, Mr. Nayoken.
Yeah. Thank you, NA. Did a good job. I want to point out that almost every player that won in the last NA battle, they lost this time. I think Jaeyun lost, Dragon lost. I can't even remember, but I lost last time and I won this time. I think the only player that actually won both games was Sugo. So Sugo representing NA very well.
And did Taitu lost also in last EU versus?
Did he lose? I think he lost to DeWalt, didn't he? And Aegyo
yeah.
also, no, yeah, Aegyo won last time versus Kare, that big run by that he had on Gladiator, and Taitu I think lost to DeWalt, and now he beat Ultra, and Aegyo lost to Babo. So literally everybody that won last time lost this time.
Yeah. So
And vice versa.
this is some kind of course. So we can make another match. Maybe we can make a rematch, North America versus Europe. I think Europe would be happy to have a chance for that kind of rematch.
Yeah. That would be very difficult. I think NA had luck on their side last time. Could definitely go the other way for EU if we were to play again.
Oh, we already have the news on Team Liquid, and it's on community news, so it's over there. I will even show it because I didn't read it yet. I mean, I know what is in there, but so it's on Team Liquid. It's thank you very much for Mr. Tupocalypse, for Mr. Big Fan, for making this news and for putting it into community news section. I'm really happy they helped us this way, and I already see that some people saw this news. What do you think, Mr. Nayoken, about BSL 5 overall?
Well, it's amazing, of course. There's no other tournament like this. This is crazy. I hope it turns into something like OSL or, KSL, where we can have it maybe 4 times a year, once every season, and then maybe Blizzard at some point, maybe it could turn into a bigger thing, like have the actual finals at BlizzCon. That would be sick. So I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, so that's a good start. One step at the time, and we should be able to maybe, I don't know if we will be able to make bigger tournaments than StarCraft 2, but maybe we'll make like StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1 tournaments at the same time. It would be all very great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I guess this is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Mr. Naoken, for casting with me, for being so patient when I was trying to explain the BSL 5 with my English-ish. So, so thank you very much for casting, and I hope you will be available for casting some BSL 5 matches if you will have time.
Yeah, I'm always available. Just let me know and I'll be there.
Okay, so I will definitely let you know, and we will be in touch. And right now I encourage you all to play ladder, to make BSL 5 account and start practicing, because also thanks to this ladder, when everyone will play for a whole month in a ladder, they will bring us some better games in the group stage. This is also the reason. So of course, thanks for Mr. Foxhan and Hatchet again. Without these guys, this would be never happening. So they are heroes, and thanks to anyone. Thanks for watching, and give us feedback on Team Liquid. Give us feedback on Twitter, and give feedback to Blizzard that they did excellent work by supporting BSL, because they need to show that you are happy that they invested a lot of money to give into this tournament. So thank you for watching, and I will host someone from Brood War. See you. I will announce when we will have some kind of ladder tournament, because in the ladder we will have some kind of ladder tournaments for like top 16 players at the current stage. So you should start playing immediately. Even if you already seeded, you should start playing, because it will help you in map ban or map vetoes. So okay, thank you for watching, and see you.